Darcy Charwa has a chance right now. He scores! The senior wins it. Darcy Charwa beats Robert Schultz, and ASU makes it 29 in a row over their rivals.
Welcome into a Walter Cronkite Sports Network broadcast of ASU hockey alongside Allison Cummings. I'm Josh Front. We have Williston State visiting Arizona State Sun Devils. The Sun Devils coming off a big win last night, 2-1 against Minot State. So Allie, what's their mindset coming into this one?
Their mindset's going to be really high momentum. They're coming off of a huge win, beating #1 Minot State. It was a close game, you know, a little bit controversial because Minot had that goal waved off in the first period, but big win nonetheless. They have high energy, high momentum, and they're going to hope to carry that on into this game here tonight.
They should be really confident right now. They're playing against a junior college team tonight. Yes, this junior college team is one of the best in the country. In fact, they did beat Minot State as well, but Arizona State, granted, they come 100% full power, not the lackadaisical attitude. They should take care of business tonight. But what specifically do they need to do on the ice?
They need to come out and play like they did last night. The thing that I kind of noticed with Arizona State is they tend to lose focus when lower ranking teams. They kind of are like more, oh, they're lower ranking, taking a little bit lighter. If they come out and play every game that gets their #1 game against #1 Minot or shorthanded against Delaware, have that mindset, they'll be okay.
I completely agree. If they come out fully focused with their intensity that they had last night and all the characteristics that they played with last night, if they bring that to the table tonight, they should have no problem defeating Williston State both tonight and tomorrow. Allie, really quickly though, what is your prediction for tonight's game? I'm
going to say it's going to be 3-1 in favor of Arizona State, and I'm anticipating a rather slow start. You know, lately Arizona State's been getting off to slower starts, but I still think they're going to pull through and get with the win.
I disagree a little bit. I do think the Sun Devils are going to pull out the victory tonight, but I think they keep their foot on the gas pedal from what we saw last night and put together a 5, 6, 7 goal win. These Sun Devils are more than capable of blowing out many teams that we see here at Oceanside Arena. But we'll see what happens in just a few minutes. That'll do it for our pregame show. For Allison Cummings, I'm Josh Franz. We'll have the first puck drop in just a few minutes.
When you support AID, you're doing more than supporting the programs you love. You're supporting possibilities. You're making sure there's a place for independent voices, ideas, and perspectives. You're opening children's minds, helping them discover who they are and what they can be. You're giving everyone the chance to find inspiration from the arts. And you're opening doors to the wonders of the world. To discover more, experience more, be more. Support possibilities. Support Arizona PBS. Thank you.
Imagine what it feels like to be a champion. To have sold-out crowds every game. To know that night in and night out, your team is the best.
1-0 pitch, swung on and this loop into shallow right field. That'll drop, and the Sun Devils have won it!
We all want to win, but are you willing to do what it takes to get there? Are you willing to make a year-round commitment to being a Sun Devil? Will you be there for us every game, helping us win? Make a difference by joining the Sun Devil Club. It's one thing to be there when history is made, but wouldn't it be great to know you helped make history? One Devil at a time, we all join the club.
Think about what you imagine yourself doing. Think about what you want your life to do. Think about what you want your life to mean. What we have constructed for you is an institution that is focused on enabling your dream.
Pretty much anything I imagined being able to do at college, ASU has given me those opportunities and I've taken advantage.
We have a medley of student, staff, and faculty. The slides actually works
not doing science or business or industry or math without an end goal in sight. We have an end goal in sight and we're working towards it.
You're at the place where there's this intense energy focused on you. ASU is the place where you can come and dream about anything, focus on anything, and move your life forward. If you really want to go to America's fastest, highest energy institution, ASU is the place for you.
Become the voice for those who don't have one. Be the eyes for those who can't see. Listen to the story for those who can't hear. Explore the world so others can as well. Become a journalist. Start here. ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Your story begins here.
I get to do what I love to do every day, and I see that as nothing but a gift. You know, I think that's a gift that I get to wake up and go play volleyball and go to school, and that's something that I love to do. So in order to kind of say thank you, because I can't really say thank you other than, you know, to succeed, but in order to give back, I go help the community and give my service and do what I need to do in order to give back, and I think that's really the only way I can really express my gratitude for this opportunity to be a student athlete. I'm involved with the Sparky's Tour program where we travel around to different schools around the valley and talk about character, and Sparky is an acronym, so every letter stands for a different part of character. S stands for self-discipline, P stands for positive, A is for active, R is for respect, K is for knowledge, and Y is for yourself. It's awesome. We can show them, you know, it's cool to be a good person, to have good character. We bring Sparky with us, and Sparky steals the show. So it's really a great feeling to see them react to it and to have so much energy and enthusiasm because ASU is coming to their school. My dream was always to play at ASU. I can honestly say I would not want to be anywhere else but part of the Sun Devil family. And I love it here. I love ASU. I love this school, this program. I love it. I love it.
Testing. Tempe, Arizona, the site of tonight's game between the #2 Sun Devils and the Williston State College Tetons in town on the trip down south from North Dakota. Joe D'Elia, the last shot there in net tonight for Arizona State. Nick Merrick joined alongside Nick Lacowski. It's the Knicks in the booth. Welcome back for the first broadcast you've had for Arizona State in a couple of years. Nice to have you back, Nick.
It's been quite some time. See that you're filling my shoes quite well.
So Nick Squared bringing to the action here as we're underway officially. Williston State with it. This one into the zone. A good job holding on by Cavan across the crease as it goes far side. Udez tries to poke it loose. Now Newmeyer on his attack as he has Witchar against the boards. Now out Cummings. Sun Devils going with their fourth line to start things off tonight. Cummings just missing the far post. That took an awkward bounce, ricocheting out of play. 30 seconds in, an offensive faceoff for the Sun Devils. Top line now, Cale Dolinsky, Liam North, and McAuliffe coming out for ASU. It's going to be Nick Zern, Spencer Perodolo, and centering Dario Torres. Dolinsky chasing in that corner, unable to grab it. Norris now has to battle with Torres, looking for a backdoor look, not there. As Peratolo able to clear off the backhanded blade of Jared Levost. Off the skates of Dolinsky, a failed clearing attempt by Zern. That chance on goaltender of Williston State in net tonight. Tyler Amp, a sophomore from Hermantown, Minnesota. Holding it in Levost, throws one towards the backboards. McAuliffe goes to the right to left on your screen. Dolinsky plays the body up high on Zern as the defenseman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Plenty of out-of-state recruits as well for this Williston State team. Preckle's going to step up and try to strip it from Spoonmore. Able to holding in is Liam Norris. He'll get off for a change. McAuliffe a shot held on by Amp. Another whistle. Sun Devils on the attack for Tyler Amp this season. 3-1 on the year, an 88 save percentage, 2.60 goals against. So he's played in all 5 games. 3 wins, all 3 of the team's wins, as the Tetons come in 3-2 this season out of the NJCAA, the reigning champions in their respective league. The pass has flipped out of play as well. So on this whistle, Nick coming back, getting a first taste of the Sun Devils last night, at least in person for the last 2 years. How do you feel they responded against the best team in the ACHA in Minot State?
I think they look pretty good. It's the best team I think Arizona State's ever fielded. You could see just the depth that this team has, and they're off to another good start right here. The Delinsky, Norris, McAuliffe line had the Tetons pinned deep in their own zone.
D'Elia tries to get the pass out. Ostertag pushes one for McGinty. Here comes Troy Hoban near side. He crosses the line, paddled aside as it goes behind the boards. Now sent around on a quick opportunity by the defense of the Tetons. 1-on-2 chance, touching center ice. We're going to get a couple of fresh legs from the Tetons bench. Gautier chasing it down at the offensive blue line. D'Elia making an awkward save. Sean Ritchie getting his first night on defense in about 2 weekends. Fez Khan tries to find Hoban. This is going to be kept in for a chance for Williston State. And they're going to have to cycle this one around. Cavan deep in with his forwards. There's Gautier from behind the net. Tried to get the pass out to create some space. Ostertag has other news for him as once fluttered towards net from the blue line. Hoban unable to clear. Ostertag helps him out. Here comes Fez Khan. Sun Devils in need of a change. Murphy, Rivard, Burkemper, the new forwards for Arizona State. Newmeyer and Blumgren, the 2 defensemen. A fresh 5 on the ice for Arizona State. Newmeyer up to Rivard, just out of his reach. That is tipped ahead by the Williston State defense. ASU regroups back towards their own territory. Through 5 pairs of legs, a chance for Rivard. Drops one for Burkemper. Not in a shooting position. Newmeyer wants at the blue line. This one's going to cycle deep into that corner. Rivard battles now against 2 Tetons, as Milliken, one of them. The other was Kuntz. He gets sandwiched behind the boards. Sean Murphy comes in to help out. Burkemper steps up as Rivard gets a shot off. That one might have gotten just a piece of Amp's pads and out to the neutral zone.
ASU doing a good job offensively on the cycle. They're able to get the puck in deep and keep it there, using their size and speed to keep control of the puck and create some scoring opportunities. Murphy was the one doing a lot of the work with Rivard down low on that shift for Arizona State.
In front of the benches, Scott. The 226s collide. Trevor Hunt and Troy Scott were the 2. A shot from the left side of the blue line as the Tetons will have to touch up. Troy Scott avoids pressure. Now gets it out up to Cummings. Cummings gets his stick tangled though. Easy takeaway for Williston State out there in the black and green. Sun Devils in their white and gold helmets as Preckle pushes his man Jared Stark off the puck. D'Elia out between the pipes to play it. As Cummings looks up, wants the pass to Scott, finds him. He's in with Udez. A quick wrist shot. Glove down by Amp. No rebound allowed for this Sun Devil team. So Tyler Amp, a sophomore. All 3 goaltenders on the roster of Williston State, underclassmen, a very young team. And sometimes even their league, I think only 2 upperclassmen.
It's a 2-year school, so that's why everybody pretty young on the squad for Williston State.
Sun Devils looking to get it from Kuntz, Kyle Kuntz and Carson Kuntz. 2 of them on this Williston State roster. Not related, I don't believe, though. Goes out in front for D'Elia. Nobody was home, though, at the top of the crease. for Williston State. Delinsky might have gotten a piece of that one. Lebos will track it down. Pressure coming from Behrens. Just tipped out by Liam Norris. Him and Delinsky, the two forwards of ASU, against the Williston State defense. Norris sidesteps the man. Delinsky! Good stick lift behind by Colby Spoonmore. Those two almost working some magic. Delinsky, take number 2. Stuffed at the red line. Another chance. Couldn't put it home. The Sun Devils stay off the board. That was Brett Preckle with the second effort. About 2 inches of space was all Amp gave him. It wasn't enough. If he could have got it between his blade and the pipe, they could not. Hoban gets the pass, now pushes it deeper. McAuliffe has to chase it down. Kyle Kuntz banks him into the boards. Another backdoor look. Good shift for the Sun Devils.
Kale Delinsky had 3 golden opportunities right there. The first one, he had his stick lifted. The second one, he was stopped on a partial breakaway. And the third one, he put just hot. Great shift there for Arizona State. Their top line again, creating opportunities as ASU doing all the little things right here 6 minutes into this game.
Well, one thing, Nick, is they've been a bit quiet in the last 2 or 3 games. That top line, typically phenomenal. Fez Khan with a great feed from Brian McGinty, almost bearing another one. Khan with an assist last night to open things off against Minot State. It was 1 versus 2, the ACHA game of the week. Sun Devils took that one 2-1 in regulation to remain undefeated this year. A 3-on-2 chance. Off to Leo, rebound still there, he scores! Oh wow, that one ricocheted off.
It hit the man in front and never made it through right there. There's a couple bodies, a defenseman, a forward, and the goaltender, Joe D'Elia, and that puck was just unable to find its way through the traffic.
Back-to-back nights for me too in the booth. What's going on? 2 missed golden opportunities for the road team. That time would have been a great chance to beat D'Elia. He was definitely caught out of position on the rebounds as the defense unable to clear it. Now it's going to go down the full length of the ice, and that'll be an icing call. Yikes. A little too trigger happy there on that one, but Williston State are going to have an offensive draw of their own. 13-14 to go in the first.
Well, at least we know your goal point is on call today, because that was a pretty good one. The puck just didn't happen to go in. If it did, brilliant.
Just trying to anticipate the highlight reel material goals. What can I say? I want to find them on Cronkite Sports Live next week. As Sun Devils get knocked down, Rivard from behind the net. Tripped off the play was Sean Murphy. I think it was partially him just falling down, almost a breakaway opportunity, but just out of the reach of Darius Cole. He's going to try to track it down. D'Elia loves to come out of his net to play the puck. Sometimes a bit scary. Sun Devil fans have to hold their breath. A turnover, Burkemper right on the chest of D'Elia. That shot coming from Jared Stark, the freshman out of San Bernardino, California. A couple players from Arizona State from that similar area over in California, so more than likely knowing each other, especially going through the whole junior ranks together.
A good save right there by D'Elia. He's left some rebounds early in this game, but that one he was able to swallow up and hold on for Arizona State.
Now when pushed out towards center, Williston State will dump it back. Saved by D'Elia. Shots on goal in favor of Williston State early, which ironically for the Sun Devils, they aren't used to that very often, especially halfway through a period. 5-3 the unofficial total. And now it's a 2-on-3 for Williston State. That shot missed the net. The rebound goes back to Torres. He tries to force one. Doesn't work. And now the forward Troy Scott, one of the seniors on this team as well, trying to clear for the Sun Devils. Their third and fourth line, 5 seniors. Troy Scott, 5 freshmen. Troy Scott, the only senior. As Nick, you mentioned the depth, and not only depth, but a future for the Sun Devil team. Dressing plenty of freshman skaters tonight. Danny McAuliffe trying to make his magic in the neutral zone. That one missed the near post as Preckle will corral it. Wraps it back around. Williston State, Minot State both have similar pressure as the head referee gets in the way of that outlet pass to Norris. He's able to win the battle, though, against 2 Tetons And away comes the Sun Devils. McAuliffe sandwich, but avoids it for Dolinsky. That one kick save. And McAuliffe takes a spill on the far side. This all the way back down towards D'Elias. He's going to have to play this one ahead to his defense.
Amp with another good save on Kale Dolinsky, the Sun Devils leading point man, and again Dolinsky gets one off. That's turned aside.
Dolinsky getting his fair share of shots on goal, unofficially out of the 5. I think he has 4 of them.
If not all 5 of them so far.
Trying to do it himself, but he's aware of it too. Leading the ACHA, 35 points. Also leading that in category in assists. A shot saved by D'Elia, the senior goaltender out of Richmond Hill, Ontario. By the way, his stats coming in 7-0 on the season, 1.29 goals against, a 93 save percentage. And can you believe statistically he's not even the best goalie on the Sun Devil roster? Robert Levin, a freshman, is now 9-0 with a save percentage over 95% and less than a 1 goal against average per night. So easily the Sun Devils have the best 1-2 punch in net probably in the past decade of the ACHA, definitely this year. McAuliffe, far corner, knocked off the puck by Zern. Goes back around. Neumeyer's going to try and step up and play it with Gauthier. Williston State prevails on the possession, though, as it tipped ahead by Milliken. Sun Devils regain that one back quickly around their own blue line. There's Fez Khan cycling back. 10-minute mark just passed. Khan going to go coast to coast. Drops one for his line mate. Holstrom holds on to it. Now tries to cut back as Holstrom, the extra of the night. Back for Neumeyer as he'll play it with Blumgren. The pressure from Stark not effective. 2 quick passes to get out of the zone. Blumgren takes the body well. Good hit from Stark. That is turned over in the offensive zone of ASU. Trevor Hunt runs into some trouble. Now far side, Darius Cole has to do some work. Here's a 2-on-2 chance. That one goes off the shins of Neumeyer. Second shot nowhere close. Blumgren, he gets pushed hard into the boards. Tough for teams to do that against Brett Blumgren. That time Darius Cole lowered his body well from Aurora, Colorado. Second on the team in points as well. You see the physical play that both North Dakota schools are bringing this weekend. From one end of the rink to the next, Spoonmore into the zone, tries centering, feed in front. That one took a ricochet off Levots, went right to the stick of Torres, unable to get a shot on D'Elia as Rivard takes a hack. That one to the senior goaltender. He'll play it to his defense. Rivard turns it over now. Good job, Williston State holding the zone. Spoonmore again. Pushed up by Preckle. Burkemper with a poke on Kuntz. There comes Burkemper holding on his backhand. Good move through the legs. Unable to get the shot through Carson Kuntz, though. As now one put on down an amp, and that hit goes down. Rivard falls awkwardly. Now all the players come together because as Rivard was falling, obviously his skates would happen to, they have to lose them, so they went up in the air and kind of collided with Amp. Fortunate, though, that Amp didn't, just took down his chest. Now he has some choice words with Rivard. Nothing he could do there. It was just two bodies, two forwards at that, battling for position. Looks like we're going to have a roughing call as well.
ASU going to go on the power play.
Number 3, Carson Kuntz, 2 minutes for roughing. Kuntz 2 for roughing. Time of the penalty, 7:52 remaining in the first period. Kuntz 2 for roughing at 7:52.
So roughing call, 2-minute power play, shot from Preckle, taken over by Williston State. Sun Devils able to hold zone, though, as that one deflected wide. Preckle has to chase it back towards center ice. ASU comes back on sides. Three seniors. Dolinsky splits the defense. A good late poke coming in from both Spencer Paratolo. As Preckle holds in, McGinty around the face-off circle he goes. The Sun Devils trying to set up the umbrella scheme. Now looks at least set. Couple crashing scores! Ostertag, what a feed by Dolinsky. A backdoor look right in the left slot. And Ostertag buries it. The freshman makes it 1-0. His third goal of the season.
Unbelievable pass right there by the Arizona State Sun Devils and ACHA's leading point getter, Cal Dolinsky. Incredible vision. Threads the needle to Ostertag, and he had a wide open net, and he makes it count to give the Sun Devils a 1-0 lead.
Dolinsky and Murphy also getting this secondary assist on the power play goal. Sun Devils haven't seen that in a little while. Also, the connection from Regina, Saskatchewan, too. Dolinsky and Ostertag, both their hometowns. Swatted around, stripped by Udez. His shot was blocked, gets another chance. That one goes wide. Amp allowing the first goal of this game as Scott plays the body but knocks himself down in the process. A good job by about a size misadvantage there again by about 2 or 3 inches, as 2 times tried to make a hit on Nick Zern. Neither one of those worked. Sun Devils need that confidence to get up early against Williston State. This is not a team to be taken lightly. Yes, 3-2, but they beat Minot State about 5 days before ASU did it last night. And they're going to play a very difficult schedule too, and some ACHA teams. This is a program that actually beat the Sun Devils last season. It was in North Dakota, but the two have a bit of a history in the past 2 years. As Norris skates in far side, the top line of ASU kept in by McAuliffe. He tries to find some room, protects the puck. Now takes the body by Carson Kuntz. Dolinsky able to strip it just past the blue line. Blumgren with a hit on Spoonmore. D'Elia leaves it for his defense. That's Drew Newmeyer. Noted no Colin Heckel, no Jordan Young, no Alex Temby tonight for Arizona State. As all three of them just getting nights off, all minor reasons, nothing serious.
I believe it's 2 straight weekends off for Arizona State following the games this weekend. So a long time off to regroup, get healthy, shake off the minor bumps and bruises, and finish strong in the first half of the season. Got 2 games left here. This one with Williston and tomorrow night as well. They got to make sure they take care of business.
Good point, too, because Power said for the first time since playing Minot State, it's the first time they played the Beavers. Power said he had a full and healthy roster, and he's not going to make that as an excuse, but he said it's just nice and a luxury that he has that finally. Cole fires that one off the blocker of D'Elia. Blumgren plays a hit up high on Darius Cole. 3 goals on the season for him. That's second on the team. 3 goals in 5 games, though, so statistically pretty solid. As the Tetons trying to wrap it around. This one back to Paratolo, trying to center the guy in the face-off circle. The pass behind him as Newmeyer awkwardly lays a hit out. Knocked off the glove hand of Blumgren. Now out, seemingly injured, is Darius Cole, as he's very slow to get off the ice, but he goes right back to his bench. I think he just got his bell rung a little bit after he fell kind of awkwardly on that pass behind him. 4-minute mark right here in Oceanside. 1-0 Arizona State against the reigning NJCAA opponents. Also, Nick mentioned the next games aren't going to be till the Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving, as a shot gobbled up by D'Elia, and that'll get a whistle, but an offensive draw coming for Williston State.
Williston State starting to get a little bit more pressure. Their forecheck's been good. There's been a few shifts, a few sequences where they've been able to pin Arizona State in deep. ASU, though, has had the better scoring opportunities, and it's why they're ahead on the scoreboard 1-0.
Preckle gets it out through McGinty. He touches center ice, throws onto the glove hand of Amp, and he's just going to freeze this one. The Sun Devils with a chance to change. Appears they'll keep the line out, but for Coach Powers coming in, 100-plus wins now in his resume in just his 4th year. So unbelievable stats for him last season. National semifinal team.
Good play by Brett Preckle off the draw there to keep that puck in and find Ostertag, who had a good shot on goal. Brett Preckle was one of, if not the Sun Devils' best defensemen last night against Minot State, and he's bringing it again this evening so far. Cool, calm, and collected with the puck. The senior's game has grown a lot since he first got here and joined the Sun Devils.
Been a hybrid too his whole career, starting off as a defenseman. Powers wanted him back to normal spot of forward, then played 2 years there, 2.5 years there, then back to defense this season as he earned himself a starting spot after an ACL injury that many thought he would possibly end his hockey career. Battled back from it, got the extra year of eligibility from the league, a quote-unquote 5th-year senior for the Sun Devils team, a big reason why that defense is so lock solid. Him and Blumgren, easily the biggest two and most enthusiastic threats, as they'll get into it too. Turcotte on the draw with Murphy. Murphy wins it back behind his goaltender. Pass intercepted in the neutral zone, taken over by Behrens. Still keeping on with it after Burkemper got a piece of it. Now chasing it down, Spoonmore and Hoban into the corner. Those two sandwiched against the boards. A spinning dive from Behrens, and out come the Sun Devils. 3-on-2 chance if Young can hold. Great job with the stick. That one eventually pushed aside by Tomczyk. Centered for Ritchie, throws one and keeps it low, hoping for a rebound or a stick. Rivard was in front. Instead, Williston Tate touches first as that goes off the stick of D'Elia and out of play. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. I see the Sun Devils there getting off for a change. Pretty solid start, though, for them as they're looking for their 18th win on the year.
McAuliffe avoided a very late hit attempt right there from one of the Williston State defensemen pitching in.
Dolinsky trying to go backdoor now with Norris. See a scrappy play of Cale Dolinsky, the assistant captain, almost working that one out perfectly, which was set up by that avoided hit by McAuliffe earlier. It looks like another delayed penalty coming up. It's going to be an interference call. Not sure who they're giving this one to. I believe Blumgren. Thought the call was on ASU. We'll see if he's going to go. It looks like that is the case. So both number 3s from either side have been sent to the box. This one's going to carry over by 6 seconds into the next period.
Blumgren 2 for interference. Time of the penalty, 1:54 remaining in the first period. Blumgren 2 for interference at 1:54.
Chance for Williston State to steal some momentum from this Sun Devil team, and they're going to need it.
It'll be interesting to see who Greg Powers puts with Cale Dolinsky out here shorthanded for Arizona State. Dolinsky and Colin Heckel, a dynamic penalty-killing force for quite some time now for the Sun Devils. Heckel not playing, so we'll see if someone else can make some magic happen with Cale Dolinsky.
Scott's always been very good on the PK the last 2 years. Would not be surprised to see Udez and Burkemper, the other two forwards on the other line, to step in for the place of Heckel. A shot from the blue line as that one's held on. D'Elia, good job in the rebound control. That was Carson Kuntz with the shot out of Longmount, Colorado. D'Elia, good shot there.
Nunez out there with Scott right now.
Good points. They're only going with 3 forwards right now. Kuntz, side of the face-off circle for Hunt. Williston State cycling around. A shot goes wide. And it goes off the glass, taken by Nick Zern on that near side. Now trying to cycle all the way back around on the caught in the skate of D'Elia. As the net comes off, he's able to hold either way. Good job of crashing by the Tetons. That time, I believe, it was actually Trevor Hunt.
You were right on the call, Nick. It's Bergkamper joining Kale Dolinsky out there in Colin Heckel's normal spot on the penalty kill.
It's interesting. So they play the forwards, just been different shifts as Richie takes over. A 3-on-2 chance for ASU shorthanded. Dolinsky comes in with Bergkamper on his stick. That wrist shot held on. Oh, big hit right after that one. A clean one, but just not expecting it was Chris Bergkamper. As Criff gets flattened, he kind of helicoptered down, much like that hit he laid a couple of weeks ago. Everything appears to be okay tonight. Coach Powers, I'm sure, also, Nick, spoke to his team about retaliation. Obviously a bit bigger meaning with a 1-2 in the ACHA, but it got chippy in last night's affair.
Yeah, Minot definitely laid some wood on Arizona State, but not always of the cleanest variety. A few runs to the back of Sun Devils, a few shots to the head that went uncalled, and I think that was the biggest issue, is that the referees were about as bad as you could be last night and missing some of the action that went on behind the play with Minot State running Sun Devils and taking headshots, and I think that's where the retaliation came in.
Right in the slot, good block by Hoban. That would have been a 2-on-1 had he blocked the shooting lane of Williston State. Yeah, interesting. Sun Devils aren't used to having loose referees this season. Richie's clearing attempt fails, held in by Hunt. Quick shot as he fires wide of the far post, back out to the neutral zone. Final 20 to play in this period. Murphy now out on the ice with Preckle and Levas. Pass over to Milliken. Levas pokes that one, but it goes on the Sun Devils bench for a whistle. Just 6 seconds to go in the first 20. So when you want to see Williston State get some of their go-to scorers working together. Dario Torres and Darius Cole, 1 and 2 on this team in points.
Good job by Murphy going forward with the draw right there. With so little time on the clock, Williston State unable to do anything with it. Sun Devils lead by 1 after 1. A power play goal by Ostertag. The gorgeous feed by Cal Dolinsky, and that top line was the line that had it going for Arizona State in the first 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Get the energy shifted for ASU on the first game of the weekend series. And Ostertag on the power play stepping in too. Typically you set power play in of Dolinsky, McGinty, Heckel. Doesn't matter, so much depth and so much offensive prowess from the Sun Devil roster. They can go with anybody they feel fit. And we'll try to grab an interview before the start of the second period. Nick Lukowski and myself, Nick Merrick, will wrap things up for the first period before the intermission report. Stay tuned for that. Keep posting on Cronkite Sports as well on our Facebook page, the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Also on Twitter, and you can tweet at us tonight during the broadcast at Cronkite Sports. And for all your Sun Devil athletics needs and coverage, we'll have it for you throughout the year.
A good clean period right there for ASU. Missing a lot of big guns tonight. They're starting Joe D'Elia, so no Levin in net, no Colin Heckel, no Jordy Young. But Nick, they were able to keep Williston State to the outside when they got pressure. Not too many scoring opportunities. Joe D'Elia was good in net. Dolinsky, McAuliffe, and Norris were going offensively, and Ostertag was able to bury.
Well, Casey Fay down there with Criff Bergkamp right now, so let's throw it down to Casey.
Chris, this is your guys' 8th game in 16 days.
How's the team feeling at this point, strength and energy-wise?
You know, we've had a lot of games in the past couple weeks, so we're pretty tired. We're looking forward to the couple weekends off. But these 2 games are huge. This team is actually a really hard-working team. They're not in our league, but we need to come out with a couple wins and build on this.
Now, as you mentioned, Williston State isn't in the ACHA, but they did beat Minot State last weekend. What were you guys expecting coming into this game tonight?
Just a hard-working team. I mean, it was pretty surprising to hear that they beat Minot, and I mean, that first period, we kind of saw why. They work hard, they throw hits, they finish all their hits, but obviously we're the way more skilled team, so we got to show that.
Now you guys are ahead, but anything you want to improve on in that second period tonight?
Probably just more shots, getting to the net. We were obviously shorthanded there last couple minutes, so going in 5-on-5, we need to get our 5-on-5 game going, and just bury the first one.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Casey. Confidence from Chris Bergkemper. Freshman already realizing that this is going to be their show in just a couple of years. Right now, seeking obviously a championship, something that Williston State does have, something Minot State does have, as those 2 teams came into town. But just want to say, look at this pretty face back in the booth with us. LaCalzi for the fans, at least the upperclassmen parents as well, who've been tuning in for many years, and all the dedicated Sun Devil fans will recognize this guy, the voice of ASU, for 2 seasons before I was lucky to steal his microphone and kick him out to graduation. But he's back. So, Nick, before we get back to hockey, what's it been like just for you being out in New York, come back down and get the joy of the weekend with some of your friends and return to the desert?
It's good to be back home for a little bit. I'm working at Sportsnet New York, hosted some online videos for them, but there's nothing like Sun Devil hockey. It's great to be back, great to see the guys, great to see Coach Powers, and great to see the success of this program lately.
Well, I know you've always texted me and been kind of saying, like, man, I just wish I could be back there with you guys. You know, I'm going to have to grow up. But the guys also, we'll see maybe with USA Hockey one day, getting some work in there. And hey, you're doing some NHL coverage. That's all that matters. Don't dumb yourself down too much. You got to step up for those things. Just some online content. So the Cow's doing some big things. We'll hopefully be in. Well, maybe we'll steal your shoes someday again.
Yeah, follow me right back there too.
Exactly. But you heard the confidence there too. For Williston State, you're mentioning not many opportunities, maybe 2 or 3 quality chances. The rebound control pretty solid from the defense and Joe D'Elia. What needs to change in the second for the offense of the Tetons to get going?
For the Tetons, I think they got to find a way to break the Sun Devils' defense. ASU hasn't gotten too much going offensively. It's really been that number 1 line that was doing the trick. I think Coach Powers has to find a way to get his 2nd through 4th lines going, at least offensively, to get a little bit more of their attack, a little bit of flow to this game, some consistency from Arizona State.
Ostertag was trying to do that in the power play. That 1 power play goal, the feed from Murphy to Delinsky to Ostertag is the 1-0 lead that we're going to go to break with. But Nick LaCalzi and myself, the 2 Comb-Over brothers, are going to take a quick break on the call and come back with you for the second period. But stay tuned for WCSN Intermission Report right after this commercial break.
Gentlemen, it's time. You've worked very, very hard to get to this moment, and it is now time to show who we are. We are not Tucson. This is Tempe, Arizona. Sun Devils football, gentlemen. The Pac-12, brother. It's time for us to put it on the line and get out there and show them how to tailgate for Sun Devil football. Yeah! Go Devils! Woo! Woohoo! Ha!
Hi, my name is Jasmine Roth, and I'm a senior defender from West Covina, California on the women's soccer team. I am studying biochemistry, and I'm also a member of the Barrett Honors College at ASU. Education gives you like power and knowledge, and with that you can improve the world and stuff, so that's always been important to me. Being a part of the Barrett Honors College, people think you're nerds and crazy, but you know, that's the fun in it. It creates a small sense of community in this large university.
Become the voice for those who don't have one. Be the eyes for those who can't see. Listen to the story for those who can't hear. Explore the world so others can as well. Become a journalist. start here. ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Your story begins here.
Sun Devils leading 1-0 after 20 minutes. Allie, did it look to you like it was a pretty even first period, though?
I think it was a pretty even first period. You know, the shot count was 13-12 in Williston State's favor. I think it was relatively even. Both teams should be taking a little bit more shots on goal, I think, though.
Both teams playing with a lot of confidence. Both teams with some missed opportunities. It'll be interesting to see who's able to capitalize on those as we move forward. What do you expect to see in the second period?
I expect to see explosiveness, and you know, that line with McAuliffe and Kale getting really close to scoring multiple times that period. And I really want to point out, though, really quick, the only kind of mistake that Williston State made was taking that penalty, because the goal was a power play goal by Ryan Ostertag. Other than that, they've been playing fantastic. You know, against a team like Arizona State, you don't want to be taking penalties with the power play doing so well. I think they could avoid that and start to capitalize a little bit more. They have a missed power play opportunity, you know, 6 seconds left on it. Not so sure it's going to come through for them, but hey.
Right, the Sun Devils have looked pretty dominant all year long on the power play, so you can't give them those kind of opportunities. We might see a scoreless game right now if they didn't end up in the penalty box. But now, what adjustments do these teams need to make going forward?
Well, for Arizona State, just keep taking more shots. I mean, they're doing their job. They're taking the shots, you know. Ampy's doing a great job. I was a little bit confused there why their defensemen pushed Rivara down onto their goaltender. I was like, that's not really smart. I don't know why they're doing that. But they've been doing a really good job. And as far as Williston State's concerned, you know, again, with the more shots, more quality shots, I think they're waiting a little bit too long. You know, Joe hasn't been tested too much in net. I think if they wait or do it a little bit sooner, they'll have better chances.
Both of these teams need to just fire shots on the goaltender. The more opportunities you create, the better chance you have. We'll see what happens as the game continues. That'll do it for the end of the first period intermission for Allison Cummings. I'm Josh Ferrons. We'll have the second period for you in just a couple minutes.
How do we rise to the challenges before us? Arizona State University.
When you support AID, you're doing more than supporting the programs you love. You're supporting possibilities. You're making sure there's a place for independent voices, ideas, and perspectives. You're opening children's minds, helping them discover who they are and what they can be. You're giving everyone the chance to find inspiration from the arts. And you're opening doors to the wonders of the world. To discover more, experience more, be more. Support possibilities. Support Arizona PBS. Thank you.
How do we educate in a rapidly changing world?
How can we create a sustainable way of life?
How can we teach peace?
Arizona's.
Don't ever do that again.
Second period underway, 1-0 Arizona State over the Williston State Tetons. A 6-second power play chance, but back to full strength. ASU now 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Same goes to the Tetons. Taken over at center ice as Wichar will throw one in out of the side hand of D'Elia. I believe offside's the call, so I'll have a face-off on the right side of the blue line. Won by Williston State. Pass goes over to Sonstabo. Kept into the zone by Milliken. This one's going to cycle around by Arizona State. Blumgren far side with Cummings. He just waits for it. Back to Blumgren again. They'll try it again. Intercepted and sent in. Fresh 5 skates out for Williston State. Hunt and Peritalo jump out in the ice. Zern with it. As he gives it to his lineman, that's going to be an icing call as there's the whistle. Just under a minute gone of the period. Sun Devils going to have to try to get some more goals in their favor because Williston State's a team that could just come back any second.
Top line out there for ASU, their first shift of the second period. Dolinsky had numerous chances in the first, ended up with an assist. The primary assist on the goal.
At the Sun Devils blue line, taken in by Hunt. He'll dump one in. That pushed aside by D'Elia to the sideboards. Hacked around by Peritalo. Williston State battling for it, now has it. A missed pass. This one could be intercepted. Now it is. Preckle from behind his net. Good pass between two bodies of the black and green. Now cycling back around. Good move around Norris. Almost the second one by Darius Cole. Unable to corral it and hold possession on the second time through. Levas puts on the brakes as he looks for his teammate on the side. Can't miss the stick of McAuliffe with a neon orange on the back. Preckle takes the body. McAuliffe with the tip pass ahead. Dolinsky into the zone. Fires. That one goes off the stick and out of play. 18 minutes and change to go in the second. You see two guys right there, Preckle and Dolinsky going off the ice, leading the ACHA in points. Lacalzi mentioned it. Wants number 37 tonight. He already found 36.
Great touch pass by Danny McAuliffe in the neutral zone right there to spring Dolinsky for that shot. The defenseman was able to close the gap, get a stick in the shooting lane, and deflect that one away, though.
Over for Amp, played instead by the defense, Kyle Kuntz. Flips it out of the zone. That one batted down. Play with a high stick, though. So Hoban's going to touch up first. It's in the zone. Now taken by Fez Khan. Out through McGinty. Ostertag and him, the two forwards, first in on the action. A backhander by McGinty. It was soft enough for Amp to get the glove on it. 17-34.
Glove that one awkwardly. Had his wrist turned around backwards right there as the shot may have fooled him a little bit, but he looked like a catcher as he made that grab.
Kind of like with Selenchuk. Same thing Austin said last night. He must have played some baseball to make one of the saves he had over his head. Definitely didn't do the gator, as they teach all little leaguers. McGinty goes back towards his own blue line, sent in by Hoban. That one gloved down. As he flashed that one and throws it back out towards the face-off circle. Good job on the rebound control there, as two Sun Devil forwards in Fez Khan and Brian McGinty were crashing hard.
Sun Devils doing a great job and have been doing a great job this season of finding the open man, skipping the obvious pass and making the skip pass through. Maybe a little bit more risky, but creating much more high percentage scoring opportunities. And that cross-ice pass right there created another one that was gloved down.
Tangled up on the draw, won by Rivard as he fires one quickly, trying to blindside Amp. That was Turcotte and Sean Murphy.
A little bit of David Beckham and Sean Murphy right there as he kicked the puck back. It was a dead heat off the faceoff, and Murphy again using his feet to win it. 2 in a row.
Well, if you're going to use a Beckham soccer reference, I'll mention 2 lacrosse references on the faceoff on back-to-back attempts, just getting down and dirty on the ice. Burkemper with it as he cycles around the faceoff circle. Murphy wanted to poke it free, now gets it back. Newmeyer, good anticipation of holding this one in as Sun Devils go to battle. Turcotte in that corner. Now Rivard trying to pass and find it, a man at center. Newmeyer floats one on, almost got a deflection off Rivard. Taken over by Sonstabo as we'll get a whistle here. And it's going to be a high sticking call against the Tetons. So 2 minutes in the box. The Sun Devils with their second power play opportunity tonight.
They're 1 for 1. Ostertag has the goal. He's replacing Colin Heckel up top, and on the goal he was able to sneak down low and take the backdoor feed from Kale Dolinsky on the weak side as Dolinsky threaded it through all 4 Teton defenders. And Ostertag beat the goaltender with a quick shot.
Not surprising. They're going to start with that line again. Backdoor almost the same time. That would have been a deja vu. Great feed, Dolinsky. Ostertag slid into the slot. No defenseman picked him up.
Literally the exact same play. The defender looked. He was just late getting over. And Dolinsky, what patience by Cal to wait for Ostertag to get past the defenseman and make the play.
Preckle at center, wrist shot goes wide. Ostertag takes it on the backhand. Now Zern in that corner gets some help from Paratalo. Unable to clear though. Great job harassing by Sean Murphy. Glove down by Ostertag. Now out of the offensive zone as Williston State at the chance. They're going to play keep away as they go back towards their own end. Barron sends this one all the way down. D'Elia plays it.
Nice move by Preckle out of the corner.
Here come the Sun Devils. McGinty in with Ostertag. Drops one back off the crossbar. That one goes wide. And it caught right in that top left elbow. Almost finding his first goal.
That might have been a goal, actually. They've been saying, the ASU goalie says these nets are so new that the puck rockets out. We saw it last night early on, and maybe again right there.
Shot on Amp, he holds on that time. Interesting, because that was the same issue we had with Minot State last night on that same goal. It was on the right side of the screen.
Dolinsky fired that one. Cal has played great tonight. He's got the assists, and he's had 4 or 5 of the best scoring opportunities in this game. He uses his feet to get into the right position. A good job so far of Amp to shut him down.
Speaking of Amp, you just saw a shot of him before the faceoff. Unofficially, 17 of 18 saves for him tonight. Good job by the sophomores. Levos looks for a deflection in front. That one goes off the side of the knee of a Williston State defenseman. Over for Levos as he's the umbrella scheme working for ASU. Newmeyer deep into the zone. The rebound was there. Puts it back. Scores! Drew Newmeyer, the freshman, read that one great. Leaves his spot in the blue line. Amp disappointed the Sun Devils. 2 power play goals, up 2-0.
Danny McAuliffe going to get the assist on that one. And when you shoot with the intention of a rebound, you get exactly that. And 11 put it low at the goaltender's legs. He was unable to control the rebound, kicked it right to Newmeyer, who again was coming down the back door. And Newmeyer makes it count. I don't know if the Sun Devils maybe watched some film before this game of Williston State, but their power play has known exactly how to attack the Williston State penalty kill, and they're 2 for 2.
McAuliffe and Rivard, the 2 of the assists. I guess opposite order when Rivard and McAuliffe, according to the PA announcement. As that one comes at just over the 15-minute mark. ASU with it in the corner, trying to get it out, held in by Williston State. A shot on D'Elia. There's that one. He's going to get the glove hand on it. 14:48 to go. 2 power play goals. Excuse me, I read it wrong earlier. I said both teams 1 for 1 on the PK. That was false. And Williston State 0 for 2 on the PK. Power play for ASU 2 for 2. Sean Murphy tries to go with a power move to get past Nick Zern. Finds it either way. Holstrom in that corner with Burkemper and battling for it. Burkemper wins it. Good job at a 2-on-1 chance for ASU to win the battle against the boards, but push back out towards the neutral zone. Hoban will chase as it goes on net. That one's going to be frozen.
Greg Powers rolling his entire bench in this one, and just under 6 minutes gone by in the second. It's that top line or members of the top line that set up both goals. McAuliffe and Dolinsky, the primary assist. Troy Scott's lying out there right now for Arizona State.
Scott fans on a pass, worked out well, worked to the shake and bake move as that one goes wide on the shot from Udez. Scott and Udez behind the net battling with Kuntz. And Kuntz squared. Well, mind games on the broadcast. Behind the back pass over to Hunt. That one ricochets wide. That is taken by Stark, far side. Won by Preckle. Has an outlet with Scott. Finds him a little late. Good saucer to get out of the zone. He's going to come in with Cummings. He throws one on Amp. Hopes for a rebound there as he kept it low, but obviously the Sun Devils weren't ready for that one, so another whistle and an offensive draw.
Great patience right there by Brett Preckle. He's been very deliberate in all of his actions so far this weekend. Continues to be great with the puck, and a lot of seniors on this Sun Devil team and a lot of young freshmen as well, and boy, do they have a leadership group to learn from. That includes Preckle, Delinsky, McAuliffe, and Heckel.
Sonstabo, Cavan, and Turcotte, the forwards for Williston State. Chance in front, hoping for Ostertag. That one's intercepted by Sonstabo.
The goaltender
goes back for Newmeyer.
Got a piece of that one as Fez tried to come around with a wraparound pass there.
Almost worked out for his advantage. Now in, here comes Gautier trying to cut back towards center. Kind of ran out of space with his teammate. Not enough ice for both those two to have a lane. Newmeyer gets sandwiched in the Oreo, literally, as Newmeyer wraps it all the way back around. Amp out to play it. Fez Khan loses an edge, held in by McAuliffe. Sun Devils caught in the midst of a forward line change. And now skied into the air, chased down by Newmeyer. Silly pass from Gautier. That's going to be an icing call. He tried to get a change, not going to work.
Cal Delinsky came off the bench, pointing, making sure he knew exactly who was on the ice there for Williston State so ASU could try and take advantage.
But kids on the playground, it was him. It was him, Mommy. McAllister's not feeling the merit tonight, apparently. Austin would. Dumped in by Gutierrez, chased down, but won by Hoban. Sun Devils with it. Ritchie and Hoban, the defensive pairing out right now. And it's swatted out by McAuliffe. Delinsky went for the poke. Opposite way goes Nick Zern. Now cleared, 12 minutes, 10 seconds mark of the second. Nearly halfway done with regulation. Trying for a centering pass, but both Ritchie and Hoban were two skates. Well, four skates, I guess you should stay in the way of that pass, as we'll get a whistle as the net completely dislodged.
Good job by Hoban right there to get back and close the gap. He let a forward sneak in behind him as the Sun Devils had some trouble with the puck breaking out their top line, unable to get anything going, but Hoban was able to close the gap and break up the scoring opportunity, what could have been a 2-on-1 for Williston State.
Referees having a word with the Williston State bench. The draw was won by Torres. His line needs to get going pretty quick to get them back and cut the lead in half. Murphy battling again. Won by Williston State. To push the head. That one paddled aside from D'Elia. The rebound taken by Zern. Excuse me, a shot from Zern. The rebound taken from his forwards as they turn over in the offensive zone. Pitchforks with it behind their net. Preckle out from red line to red line. Intended for Burkemper. He plays the body, wins it. Rivard loses an edge. Murphy's will take the loose change. Just him and 5 Tetons. He almost tried to stuff that one over the shoulder blade of Tyler Amp as he frees it on the side of his net. Good job, too, because that gets a fresh 3 forwards out there. Looks like 2 more defensemen, so a fresh 5 for ASU, and it's going to be an offensive draw for them on a 1-8-5 situation.
Good move by Murphy right there. One of the top recruits for Greg Powers this summer, and you saw right there why. He really only had one way to go. The defenseman knew it, and Murphy still was able to beat him and nearly get a scoring opportunity.
Wow, for as productive, by the way, as Drew Newmeyer's been. Didn't realize the Scottsdale, Arizona native, his first goal of the season. Been so involved on the team's offense. Surprised that actually that is the first. So not to be negative, that feel like he found it so much. I guess I missed him keeping the puck. Hopefully they threw it back in the bench for him. As plenty, I think that's now the 8th freshman to score a goal. Fez Khan with the move to get it over to Ostertag. McGinty wanted it. No lane there. Good job. The man hitting the ice was Kuntz. As Ostertag with a stick lift to take possession. McGinty tried to place his body against the glass to keep that one into the zone. Hit from Newmeyer. Kept on by Darius Cole. He's going to have a chance. Cuts back to the slaughter shot. That one goes off the glass as Newmeyer takes control. Good opportunity, but missing the net. Can't do that one on 2-on-1 chances. As he beat Newmeyer initially, that's what set it up.
I think Newmeyer got back to get a stick on that. As Newmeyer knew he got beat, he took the chance in the neutral zone, but then never gave up on the play and was able to cut down another opportunity. So ASU's defensemen take chances, but they know when they get beat that they have to get back into the play, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Sun Devils have been superb defensively this season as some snow goes in the face of D'Elia as Cavan was crashing hard. How about this for a stat, Nick? This is the 18th game of the season for ASU. They have not allowed more than 2 goals in any game this season.
It really is incredible. It's a testament to how good these goaltenders have been. D'Elia and Levin. I mean, maybe a great goaltending coach for ASU and Jeff Tecca. He's been on the staff for quite a few years, and he's earning his money this year with the goaltending numbers that they're putting up. No one with a save percentage below 93. You have to think that's coaching a little bit.
Definitely know what's going on. Tecca working with his team. Always up here, too, in the booth. Just to our side. Always see him out with his little flip cam, taking some home film studies for his goaltenders, too, on the special teams especially. Well, no need to teach some goaltending lessons when your offense is 2 for 2 on the power play. So something's working out for ASU. McAuliffe takes the pass, and he cuts towards center. Loses an edge, though. Got his legs kind of tangled up with Trevor Hunt. As now Williston State out from their own end. A shot from Turcotte. That was more of a clearing opportunity. 2 fresh bodies onto the ice. It's going to be Gutierrez and Tomsick as they call it a hand pass. And we're going to whistle. 9:29 in the second period. Over halfway done. Sun Devils up by 2.
Not really too many scoring opportunities for either team in this game. The Sun Devils took advantage on the power plays that they've gotten, but we haven't seen too many odd man rushes, really no breakaways at all. Defensively, a solid game from both teams.
Working hard during practice. Coach Powers also always mentions it's the most focused his full-on team has been from a week-to-week basis in practice.
Well, this is the first year where the entire team is Greg Powers recruits. His 4th year as head coach, all of the guys from before. There were still some around from Jeremy Golds who did a great job lining the program up, but it's now all a full roster of Greg Powers' own hand-picked players, and you can really see it coming to fruition. A commitment to team defense this year. Not that they need it with Jeff Tecca coaching their goaltenders, but you really see everybody pitching in.
Well, that's what we've been saying all season, too. It comes down to the defense. There was a pretty good idea the goaltenders were going to be solid coming in, especially with both what Felbel and Levin bring to the program. A spinorama, Cummings, that one on net. Interesting, they even got that shot off. Buffoon Mia up here as Levi sends it deep. Scott against the boards, trying to win that one back. Goes all the way towards D'Elia. But with 3 seniors graduating, and Ryan Clark, Brian Parson, and Darcy Charwa. I know we keep saying this on the broadcast, but they played on the team's first, second, and third defensive pairing. They were on the ice almost every single minute of every single game. One of those were, and now with a bunch of new bodies and 3 freshmen already in tonight's lineup on defense. Something to say of this program.
And Kyle Hughes was a cornerstone on the defense as well, as he's been here for 2 seasons. He's gone. Brett Preckle, though, has done a great job transitioning back to defense. Him and Jordy Young as Williston getting some chances here, Nick.
Speaking of Preckle, we did block that last shot. That was a rocket from Dario Torres. Just missing the far post again. The opportunities are there, but the few times they aren't on net. As that was a point-blank opportunity for Torres. the man leading the team in points, 2 goals, 6 assists from Fountain Valley, California. Unable to find the back of the twine. That can't happen. This is when Williston State needs to challenge Joe DeLeon, start putting him on net like they were back earlier in the first, and just hope for a good bounce, a good rebound opportunity. It's always tough to beat Joe DeLeon on first opportunity, but second chances are typically where teams have done it in the past. ASU struggling to get it out of the zone. One more pass back to Murphy. His stick was locked. Brevard pushed it ahead to Murphy. Put back out of the zone. Possible 3-on-2, but Gutierrez, Henry that is, unable to hold on. Burkemper from the face-off circle. Awkward shot. Amp takes the high hit on Rivard. Rivard and Kuntz exchange some words. Kuntz with a hit on Rivard, chasing it down Burkemper. This one wraps all the way back around. Newmeyer's going to gather it at the blue line. Pass to Rivard, that was deflected. Icing waved off as Kahn going to chase Carson Kuntz around the net. Back out it goes for Logan Milliken. He comes in far side. A shot goes off the backboards and hits the net. ASU takes control, almost losing it though. Fez Khan has to make sure Darius Cole doesn't find some room, as that one, I believe, on a diving effort went all the way and hit the netting out of play.
Play getting a little sloppy here late in the second period. A good shift there from Eric Rivard. He's a big kid and he's using his body very well. He was in front of one of the Sun Devils power plays that led to a goal, and he is under the skin of the Williston State team so far.
On top of that, I believe this is Rivard's second full weekend too. As he did, he came back against the Colorado programs last week and played in those games. We got his first official ACHA goal. The freshman class, nothing short of sensational. Ritchie tips it to Hoban. 2 defensemen get back, but pressure there for Williston State, almost ringing the bell of Hoban. I don't know how he ducked out of that one, but it's going to work as Kahn will skate this one in. McGinty to his right, finds him a slot. Rebound, what a save by Amp! At the doorstep with Ryan Ostertag, as that was just pure goalie anticipation of sliding to his left on that look.
Amp was mad at himself for not getting across on the Sun Devil power play goal that Newmeyer scored, and he made up for it right there as he dove across and robbed ASU on the doorstep.
Ostertag would have had a pair if Amp was even a little bit sleepier in net. Speaking of sleepy, Minot State flew in last night. Williston State, got to take the 14-hour bus ride to Tempe. Levos' shot, that one ricochets off the side of the net.
Great pass by Danny McAuliffe. Another one of those skip passes by ASU to find the open man through traffic. And it led to a scoring opportunity for Levos, who was coming in off the bench.
Zielinski came off the bench right to the dirty area as well, but they could never find a lane to get it to him. Levos, it's just going to be him and Zern. No man helping him out, though, for Williston State defenseman. Play goes behind the net of D'Elia, far side, Williston State with it. Well, they turn it over very quickly. Sloppy pass, but a good stick lift by Peritalo. And there's 2 takeaways by ASU in their defensive end.
Puck seems to be jumping a little bit on Liam Norris so far in this one. He set up some good opportunities, but he had the puck hop over his stick a few times today. Nice play right there to get it in deep, reaching around the defender.
Maybe it's like one of those Z-balls the puck is acting like tonight. At the blue line, up in the face mask, D'Elia, the rebound was there. Dolinski flattens his man, though, before he got a clean shot off. Helping out in the rebound control was the ASU forwards. Preckle touches center, thought about icing instead, just going to skate it in. Good job as he finds McAuliffe on his backhand, trying to feed Dolinski, or at least put it towards net. This one's back out of the zone and towards D'Elia. If it goes, icing was waved off. So both teams will get new skaters out. Newmeyer dumps in. Burkemper first to it on the far side is met by Kyle Kuntz. And now Burkemper turns it over. His forwards weren't deep enough for him. Good pass. He fell down on his back, connecting with Logan Milliken. Glove down, now a chance for Williston State. That one a rebound in front, but it gets too far away of Turcotte. Kept in on sides by Sonstabo. Murphy going to work, almost gets it late. Rivard pokes it, gets it back, a 2-on-1 chance. Good job getting back by Williston State's Milliken. Otherwise, that could have been very interesting for the Sun Devils. Another takeaway. This one's pushed in by Gutierrez off those in that corner. D'Elia way out of his net, centering feed. Good thing Newmeyer got a piece of it because Milliken was right there behind him.
Parker Tomchek saved a scoring opportunity for ASU right there as Rivard let the 2-on-1 turn into a 3-on-2. Another chance here for ASU.
Speaking of which, 3-on-1, Murphy scores! Dangles with the puck. What a feed from Burkemper before he was hit. 3 freshmen scoring tonight. ASU up a trio.
Great goal right there again. ASU so calm and cool with the puck. They'll take a hit to make the play, and they did it right there. And Sean Murphy on the board, 3-0, Arizona State.
What a move by Murphy. Didn't seem like much maybe on the camera. It was too far down there, but he cradled it back to avoid that late stick from the Williston State defense.
And a great pass by Burkemper to create the little bit of space that Murphy needed to get the move and the shot off by drawing the defender.
Bodies tangle up.
A little bit of extracurricular activity. Sean Ritchie didn't like that an extra shot was given at Joe D'Elia right there and went right after the Williston State forward.
How about this for a stat? 9 total points for ASU. 7 of the 9 are all coming from freshmen. Both Murphy and Newmeyer, a goal and an assist tonight.
When your captain and leading goal scorer is out and one of your top defensemen, you need contributions from up and down the lineup, and really stepping up are Murphy and Newmeyer, Nick.
Cooney and some teammates enjoying some hot chocolate over those 3 goals. As you can see now, they're a bit more relaxed. Mention that stat. Sun Devils haven't allowed more than 2 goals all season. D'Elia gets ran into Ritchie and Hoban, instantly there to protect their goaltender. As D'Elia just going to sit in his net right now, hopefully just to make sure he doesn't get crushed by anybody else, kind of stuck in there with all the bodies behind him as they have to separate the players. But mention that magic number, so to speak, of 3, Nick, because 3-0 lead.
Might be
17 out of the 17 times has done it.
It might be insurmountable, you know. 3, they haven't given up more than 2 this season. 3's a large hole to try and dig yourself out of.
Although I guess I can't say 17 for 17. I guess it's 15 for 15. 2-1 game in Oklahoma, and also 2-1 game against Minot State last night.
Well, that ASU
15 for 15 when they've scored 3 goals
or more.
Or more is their stats. Or 15 wins out of the 15 chances.
And they're undefeated on the year.
Looks like it's going to be a power play chance for Williston State.
D'Elia a little bit slow.
Hoban and McGinty.
Probably because Hoban got a double minor. Oh no, there's one Williston State forward in there as well.
So Hoban and Spoonmore both going for roughing calls. And a holding call to McGinty creates the power play opportunity for Williston State. Again, their second straight period where they're going to have it for the remaining 2 minutes.
Joe D'Elia still getting his gear back on, maybe a little shaken up, maybe just taking his time to catch his breath here, yeah.
Don't blame him. Take all the time you need, especially when the referees see that. They'll allow the goaltender to get a little extra to readjust his equipment. I think both gloves are pretty much off, even on the hit. As Scott wins that off the face-off, but it's taken by Williston State. Zern finds a pass to Wichar, now deep into the zone. Forwards are working. Wichar gets it back. Udez in front of him. Quick pass. Wichar with a wrist shot on deflection. That goes right to Troy Scott. As they have plenty of time trying to read the situation, Udez will take it and push this one deep. The forwards will change for ASU. The defense will change for Williston State. Barons hopped down the ice. That's a forward. Wichar into the zone. He's going to skate it all the way deep. Barons will chase down with Dolinsky. Dolinsky and Preckle first to it over there. Is a lot of bodies flying now. Still loose in front. Levos, good job of clearing it to the sides. Now sent down by Dolinsky. 1 minute to go in the period. Now a minute in the power play. As Williston State College looking to get on the board. Sun Devils only allowed 1 goal now in the last 100 minutes.
ASU nearly got caught making a change right there.
Here comes Torres, puts on the brakes. That one slams off the body of Levos as he wears it. Black and blue tomorrow, I'm sure. Back out to the blue line. Kuntz. One more pass from Zern, far side. Now Kuntz deep. The man in the corner, sitting in front is Barons. That one goes high. Nobody finds it. Now eventually pulled in by Torres. Zern shows shot. Goes off the top of the skate of Dolinsky. Final seconds will tick off in the second. That will do it. Sun Devils got 2 goals that period thanks to a power play goal from Newmeyer. And Sean Murphy finding on with 2:21 to go of the second. ASU will be up by 3 goals heading into the intermission break. Williston State playing strong, but ASU now out shooting them.
Things getting a little chippy towards the end right there. ASU not happy that Joe D'Elia was run, and also not happy that as Dolinsky tried to streak away shorthanded right there in a foot race. And they believe at least that one of the Williston forwards took a dive in an attempt to draw a penalty, so they had some words for him. But in either case, 3-0 after 2 from Arizona State. They're not giving up many scoring opportunities. The defense looks good. The freshmen are scoring. And the top line's produced as well, Nick.
That's what it takes, the full picture from these programs really coming together and just making sure they can do it. Right now it's working out in ASU's favor. They're up by 3. It looks like Drew Newmeyer is going to have an interview with Casey Fier in just a couple of seconds. Again, Newmeyer's first goal as a Sun Devil. Interesting to see what he has to say about that one. I'm sure he's been waiting for it for quite some time. His name already in the rafters here of Oceanside, but let's throw down ice side with Casey right now.
Drew, you just had your first goal ever as a Sun Devil. Walk us through that goal and what was going through your mind.
I saw Danny on the wall, and I could see that he was trying to make a play to the net or to me. So I just kind of crashed, and he put a good shot on net, and luckily it bounced right out to me, and it was pretty easy tap in, I think.
Now in a close game like this, how great is it as a defenseman to be able to step up and help out on the offensive side?
It always feels good to score a goal, no matter what the score is, but especially in a tight game like this against a really good team, to be able to get a goal for the boys is always, it's nice.
Thanks, Drew. Congrats. Back to Nick and Nick in the booth.
Thanks, Casey. Nick Square bring it back here at Oceanside. 3-0 Sun Devils. The lead heading into the final period of regulation. Nick, Williston State didn't make many changes from one period to the next. ASU made them pay. 3 freshmen on the scoreboard and under the goal column. But what's it going to take? Amp's kind of getting a lot of pressure. The defense has been helping them out at least a decent amount, not like we've seen in the past from other opponents, but right now they have to try to get in that offensive mentality. It's going to take one good break. The Sun Devils just seem unbreakable right now.
Yeah, their defense just too good right now. When Williston State has generated chances, Nick, it's been when their forecheck gets going. They haven't done much with the 2 power plays. They've gotten really special teams the difference in this one. ASU 3 seconds away from being 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. They're 2 for 2 on the power play, and really, without special teams, it's a 1-goal game. Williston not generating too many opportunities offensively. They've had some good puck control, but they've been kept to the outside and haven't gotten many clean shots through to D'Elia.
We mentioned the penalty kill numbers tonight, almost 2 for 2. We'll find out in the final seconds. Last night they were perfect as well against Minot State. As a team, better than 96% with a man down. So very, very good from Coach Powers and his PK units he's thrown out there. Successful, that's been what the key thus far. ASU will take that 3-goal lead. Nick Lacalzi, Nick Merrick, we're going to take a quick break, but our WCSN intermission reports is not, so you'll see that coming up momentarily.
That's really what makes Arizona State University unique, is that in order to really get a good feel for the university, you would have to talk to the people that live there, that play there, that study there, that thrive there. I mean, we do have 4 campuses across the state, and each one's unique and each one's beautiful in their own way, but overall we're one university in many places.
Just the experience through the football, through the professors, through the student body, there's just no other place like this.
Wherever you go, you see pitchforks everywhere, and I loved it when I came here, and I just figured it was meant to be my next home.
We're moving so forward and being so progressive. You look around ASU right now and there's buildings being sprung up, and things happen so quickly, and it's exciting to be part of it.
Everybody who's here wants to do something amazing with their degree, and they all have so much ambition, and it's great to be around that because it brings you up too.
You come to ASU and you can really do anything you want and whatever you want based on what you're passionate about and what you want to do. When you're a Sun Devil, anything's possible.
It's like the best feeling ever, probably what I live for, because you come on stage and then the lights hit you and you can't see the audience at all, really. It's just you and you're doing what you love.
It's almost surreal. Game day comes and it's a really cool feeling, all the adrenaline and all those fans, all those crazy rowdy students waiting for you, and it'll never get old. I still get butterflies to this day because this place really has become part of me, and I'll always be a Sun Devil. That'll never change.
Being a Sun Devil means pride, it means tradition. We're representing Arizona State by playing softball and going out and getting a national championship for our university.
Motivation for me comes from inspiration. It comes from the people that I've met. It comes from every single patient that I've come across. Every single one of them has touched me in some way, and that has given me fire to go on. And maybe I'm not going to help the entire world, but that doesn't mean I can't touch one person's life.
Oh, it's unreal. And I kind of had a dream to use engineering to help people, but I never expected it to happen in my sophomore year of college. And that's all because of ASU here and all the innovation they have that allows the students to actually solve real-world problems.
Everybody strives to be the greatest here. There's a lot of opportunities to go forward, to just be that better person. I gotta say, it's a life-changing experience.
I think the one thing that unites all the campuses at ASU is that we're all just moving. We're moving forward.
We learn about people here. We are one community. We are one student body. We have so much energy. We have so much passion. And I've loved every second of being a Sun Devil.
How do we educate in a rapidly changing world?
How can we create a sustainable way of life?
How can we teach peace?
Arizona State University. Rise to the challenges before us.
Welcome into the second period intermission. Sun Devils took a 3-0 lead, scoring 2 goals in that second period alone. Alongside Allison Cummings, I'm Josh Bruns. Allie, how were the Sun Devils able to pull away?
They were able to pull away the exact same way in the first period. I don't know if it was deja vu, but it was like seeing the first period all over again. Ryan Ostertag right away almost got the same exact goal as the first period. He kind of likes that back door there, but we saw another power play goal there by Drew Newmeyer, his first of the season. Again, power play goal, backdoor goal. I think Williston State needs to watch their penalties because, again, Arizona State's great at the power play.
So aside from staying out of the penalty box, because that's really what's been causing them harm. I mean, Williston State hasn't been able to put the puck in the net either when it's been 5-on-5. What do they have to do to have a chance in this third period?
You know, smarter shots. You know, again, like I said in the first period, just take the shots a lot faster. Arizona State is really deep. You don't want to give the defense a lot of time to adjust. I think that's the main problem with them. They're waiting a tad bit too long. You know, I couldn't really see. It looks like they took a hit on Joe Delia. You know, I'm not sure what that looked like, but Hoban was pretty mad. He got that penalty. There were like, what, three seconds left on the penalty kill, so.
It's been a very physical game.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of confidence on both sides, a lot of egos on both sides, heavy hitting after the whistle. So do you think that transitions and plays a factor in this third period?
I think it will play a factor. You know, I'd like to say, no, it's going to be clean game of hockey, but, you know, that's not the case. You know, if Williston State gets a little bit physical with Arizona State, they're going to defend themselves. They're going to fight back like you saw with the Hoban incident this last period. I think Williston State might be getting a little bit frustrated, but I don't know why they shouldn't be getting frustrated. They beat Minot State, who's #1 in the nation. Just, you know, take smarter shots, watch the penalties, and they should really be okay.
Well, Minot State may be #2 in the nation after what we saw here at Oceanside last night. But last thing, Allie, before we go to break, what do the Sun Devils have to do to hold on to this lead?
You know, more of the same, what they've been doing. Just remain calm. Don't go too overboard on fighting back or biting into the chippiness, and just play their game. Keep passing. Their passing is great. Keep seeing the ice well. They've been doing a great job.
If they do those things, they should walk out of here with a victory and remain undefeated. Sun Devils lead 3-0 after 2 periods. We'll be back with the third period right after this.
Salute our troops with Sun Devil football. Tickets on sale now. Visit thesundevils.com.
Gentlemen, it's time. You've worked very, very hard to get to this moment, and it is now time to show who we are. We are not Tucson. This is Tempe, Arizona. Sun Devils football, gentlemen. The Pac-12, brother. It's time for us to put it on the line and get out there and show them how to tailgate for Sun Devil football. Yeah! Go Devils! Woo! Woo!
When you support AID, you're doing more than supporting the programs you love. You're supporting possibilities. You're making sure there's a place for independent voices, ideas, and perspectives. You're opening children's minds, helping them discover who they are and what they can be. You're giving everyone the chance to find inspiration from the arts. And you're opening doors to the wonders of the world. To discover more, experience more, be more. Support possibilities. Support Arizona PBS. Thank you.
That's really what makes Arizona State University unique, is that in order to really get a good feel for the university, you would have to talk to the people that live there, that play there, that study there, that thrive there. I mean, we do have 4 campuses across the state, and each one's unique and each one's beautiful in their own way, but overall, we're one university in many places.
Just the experience through the football, through the professors, through the student body, there's just no other place like this.
Wherever you go, you see pitchforks everywhere, and I loved it when I came here, and I just figured it was meant to be my next home.
We're moving so forward and being so progressive. You look around ASU right now and there's buildings being sprung up, and things happen so quickly, and it's exciting to be part of it.
Everybody who's here wants to do something amazing with their degree, and they all have so much ambition, and it's great to be around that because it brings you up too.
You come to ASU and you can really do anything you want and whatever you want based on what you're passionate about and what you want to do. When you're a Sun Devil, anything's possible.
It's like the best feeling ever, probably what I live for, because you come on stage and then the lights hit you and you can't see the audience at all, really. It's just you and you're doing what you love.
It's almost surreal. You know, game day comes and it's a really cool feeling, all the adrenaline and all those fans, all those crazy rowdy students waiting for you, and it'll never get old. You know, I still get butterflies to this day because this place really has become a part of me, and I'll always be a Sun Devil. You know, that'll never change.
Being a Sun Devil means pride, it means tradition. We're representing Arizona State by playing softball and going out and getting a national championship for our university.
Motivation for me comes from inspiration. It comes from the people that I've met. It comes from every single patient that I've come across. Every single one of them has touched me in some way, and that has given me fire to go on. And maybe I'm not going to help the entire world, but that doesn't mean I can't touch one person's life.
Oh, it's unreal. And I kind of had a dream to use engineering to help people, but I never expected it to happen in my sophomore year of college. And that's all because of ASU here and all the innovation they have that allows the students to actually solve real world problems.
Everybody strives to be the greatest here. There's a lot of opportunities to go forward, to just be that better person. I gotta say, it's a life-changing experience.
I think the one thing that unites all the campuses at ASU is that we're all just moving. We're moving forward.
We learn about people here. We are one community. We are one student body. We have so much energy. We have so much passion. And I've loved every second of being a Sun Devil.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Oceanside. Third period here on a Friday evening in Tempe, Arizona. Number 2 ASU up 3-0 against Williston State as they look to take charge in the final 20 minutes of regulation. Seeking number 18 tonight before LaCalzi, as you mentioned, a 2-week break. A much needed one too for this program. That's going to be playing some hockey just before Thanksgiving. I just have to get the actual dates ready to go. I believe it's the 25th and 26th. Yes, there it is. So 25th, 26th. Games against Iowa State as they're in town.
ASU shorthanded for 3 seconds to start this period. They start with Kahn and Ostertag. McGinty normally on this line as well. He's going to be the one out of the box, and he was talking to Kahn and Ostertag before the period started about a little bit of a set play, what he's going to do right out of the box. And he comes out and helps set up the breakout. Just missed the tip pass there from Ostertag, though.
Sun Devils want to keep their second line out. That's why they put Kahn and Ostertag together for the first seconds. Kahn with a missed poke. This one far side. Trying to pull that one in with Darius Coles. He works around the face-off circle. Neutral zone takeaway by Spoonmore. Kahn spins around and makes some space for himself. McGinty steps up. No room there. Ostertag missed. Newmeyer's shot as the net came off, I believe, the whistle. So no change allowed from either side. Oh, I guess, excuse me, just from Williston State. And I believe one of the defenders ran into it late on accident.
Good move by McGinty right there as the Sun Devils with a good opening shift trying to protect this 3-goal lead.
Rebound in front, Norris scores! Preckles sets it up, Amp coughs up the rebound. What's that, loose puck? Not anymore, Norris finds number 4 tonight. ASU takes advantage early.
Great job by Liam Norris right there, and that line of veterans gets the job done. McAuliffe and Dolinsky on the ice for their second time with the Sun Devils score. Norris gets this one.
ASU goals, number assisted by number 17, Gail Dolinsky. From Dolinsky.
Excuse me, that was actually Dolinsky with that one. That was Preckle. So Dolinsky with his second assist tonight.
Nearly another chance for Danny McAuliffe right there as he just missed on a deflection.
McAuliffe definitely hungry for another goal. Has 9 this season, which is ironic because Austin and I, when we're in the booth, seems like McAuliffe could easily have 15 like Heckle has right now. As he's playing with some intensity though, but a couple bad breaks recently. Dolinsky, great move to create that turnover. Back out for Norris. Has McAuliffe far side. We'll see if he gives it to him or when he gives it to him. Witchar in front, the defenseman for Williston State, but it's going to be a line change. Burkemper will put pressure on deep. Williston State will make a change of their own as Behrens sends it along the boards. Hoban cuts back towards center. Murphy runs out of space. He runs right into Henry Gutierrez. We'll try this one again. Hoban on the backhand over to Sean Ritchie.
So ASU with the exact start they wanted to this third period, get a fourth goal, roll through their lines, and now they're sitting pretty. They just got to keep playing Sun Devil hockey as a collision at center ice went there, sent a few bodies sprawling.
Hoban gloved it down. Now it's going to be just Ritchie and Milliken. That one's won by Ritchie as he pokes it loose. Murphy puts pressure on. Rivard plays the hit at center ice. As Hoban's going to try to regain the zone. Rivard slaps it around the boards, pops out for Amp, but he'll put the mitt down on it. 17-10 remaining in the third. No chances for either side really in this period thus far. Nick Merrick alongside Nick Licalzi up here in the booth promotion side. Sun Devils finishing up their third straight week of 3 games. Haven't played Thursday, Friday, Saturday the last 3 weekends. Another shot, that one gloved and let go by Amp. Tyler Amp gives it his defense, struggles though to get out of the defensive end. Blumgren moves back to the left part of your screen. A pass in center goes all the way back though to Newmeyer after it was deflected as his pass as well ricochets off a Teton. Into the air it goes. 2 bodies collide against the boards. Good job by Scott holding the zone.
Great job by this line on the forecheck. Scott Cummings and I believe it's Udez out there. They're just all over the Williston State defenders using their speed. ASU just got or I thought they got a change off, but maybe not, but they still have the puck deep.
Cummings trying to cut back. You see he's on just him against 3 Williston State skaters. Nearly winning that battle as well. Newmeyer and Levos, the 2 defensemen on the ice for ASU. This one's going to go to Cummings. Now they're caught in the midst of a change. And you see one forward jumped out and Oster tag. Cummings stays out with him. Levos able to pull it into himself. That one batted down with a high stick, so when it's touched up, there's the whistle. Offensive draw coming for ASU.
Great job by Levos in the neutral zone right there, poking it away from a Williston State forward and then getting it into the offensive zone, and that'll be an offensive zone draw for the Sun Devils. They've rolled through all 4 lines early in the third period, and you have to think that's what Greg Powers is going to keep going with the 4-goal lead.
McGinty wins it off the draw. Levos pushes it towards net. Amp again freezing that one. Injured Sun Devil on the far side.
It was Fez Khan. It looked like he took a shot. I don't know who McGinty went after, but he's not happy. Fez slow to get up the second game in a row. Ooh, he just collapsed back down. That is not something you like to see.
He had that happen last night against Minot State. You see his teammate Jared Levos helping him up. Holstrom skated out too to assist his teammate back off to the bench. Khan already bandaged up after he was smashed on the boards. He mentioned that chippy play at Minot State last night. Almost caused an injury for Fez Khan. We'll see if he stays on the bench and if the trainers will give him a look. Also rocking a nice little beard of his own. Him and Hoban Pretty strong facial hair for No Shave November. Some of the team rocking it this month.
Sun Devils top line tried to hop out there right there, maybe sneak in and get the extra offensive zone draw, some little bit more offensive zone time for them, but Greg Powers quickly called them back to the bench and just had Holmstrom replace Kahn on the line.
Here comes a 3-on-2. Stark flutters one on D'Elia. That one goes off the glass behind his cage. Kuntz wants that the blue line, doesn't get out there, now does, winds one up, plays off the backboards. As Darius Cole, far side, he's going to try to weave his way back. Stark grabs it, that wrist shot's knocked down by D'Elia. As Kuntz banged against the board, still in Williston State's possession. They'll get 2 fresh legs out there. D'Elia plays off his stick, almost kind of ricocheted towards his goal. Ostertag sends it out. The Tetons touch up. Here comes Preckle in front of his benches. Whoa, Lukowski comes back, a puck flies up here.
Like a magnet, it just never changes every time. At least 3-4 times a year we've had sticks, pucks, you name it, come up here. Swatted one down one time, that one got dangerously close.
Just trying to give you a souvenir for your trip back to the Northeast at a late chance. D'Elia comes down about 10 feet from his pipes. Dario Torres right there with that late poke coming in on the glove hand of D'Elia.
I have to wonder how much Jeff Tecca played the puck back in his day, the way he has Delia out there chasing it down. Putting himself in a little bit of a dangerous position, though, diving that far out of his crease.
They're playing with some dinner now.
Making me hungry.
Getting a little relaxed, a little ramen, cup of ramen noodles, I see. No shared love, though, up here for the Nick Squared.
Danny McAuliffe going to draw a penalty. Sun Devils going to go back to the power play. They're 2 for 2 so far. See? Not a selfish guy, Jeff Tecca, though. He heard you, and he tries to pass some noodles right on over.
Good college lunch. Well, either way, noodles aside. 2-minute power play. Tyler Witchar going to the box. Another power play chance for ASU.
Williston State minor penalty, number 22.
P&Ouch has no idea how to say this name. W-I-W. Started off a silent W. Second time around. Murphy with a pass to McGinty. He's just going to wait for the offense to regroup. Now deep for Dolinsky. Wanted to get it back to Murphy. Saw the door was clogged. A trip from behind. Murphy trying to buy a call as well on a stick from Darius Cole. Got right in the skates of Sean Murphy. Falls to the ice again. Getting whacked. That's going to be the interference call. There it is. The head referee puts the hand up. It's going to be a 5-on-3 chance for ASU, as that was just getting in the head on the roughing call. That's what the whistle's for. But you see Cole's going to go to the box. Took 3 hacks on Sean Murphy the third time they saw it.
ASU going to send out half of a new power play. It's going to be Dolinsky, McAuliffe, Norris, Levas, and Preckle.
Williston State minor penalty, number 11, Darius Cole. 2 minutes for roughing. Cole 2 for roughing. Time of the penalty, 13:47 remaining.
Norris, McAuliffe, Dolinsky just going with their top line. Preckle on defense with Levas. Preckle gets it back. The high face-off circle. The man in front of him is Torres. Deep far side for Norris. Back to Levas. You see it's a smaller zone for ASU. They could do that with 5-on-3s. Net completely came off. I think the goaltender kicked it off, so they'll signal to the bench. No change allowed for the Tetons. And maybe a possible warning coming in from Amp, but we've seen from Oceanside the nets have always been like that, so I don't know if the referees are going to tend to this one. Doesn't look like they will. Either way, Sun Devils keep their top line out. 13:30 to go in the third. Still a minute 15 of 2-man advantage. That one's cleared.
Worked out well for Amp to push the net off right there as Sun Devils were getting it set up. Got to get spaced a little bit better on this attempt, though, as McAuliffe goes coast to coast with it.
He's going to try. Levos with it now. Back to McAuliffe, the assistant captain. Through Levos to find Preckle. Dangled a little slap shot one time, or that one goes off the pads of Amp. The rebound right back to the freshman from the former Phoenix Knight. Cross ice, a shot for McAuliffe. That one stopped by Amp. Still can't find the back of the net as he was robbed on that one. Great pass from Liam Norris from far side, the near side. Levos over to Preckle, back towards the own blue line. Norris behind the net, back door, right in the pads of Amp. Dolinsky put that one anywhere else besides the center. Would have been a power play goal. Instead, Amp able to be right in front of that one. Hold on.
Great lateral movement from Amp. We've seen it all game. He was able to rob McAuliffe and Dolinsky right there is the short side pass from Norris to Dolinsky. That top line again. Great puck movement to create the opportunities, but Amp able to take everything away down low. Looks like you have to shoot high on Amp if you want to beat him.
Sun Devils trying to turn the Amp down. Brett Preckle to Levos. That one pushed deep near side. Lakowski still not liking my jokes. Rivard back to the blue line for Preckle as he centers up. Now has a chance. Throws one on. That one deflected off Rivard. The rebound taken by Williston State. Great clear. As only one will change, though, as it's Jarrett Stark. Successfully killed one penalty. Back to 5-on-4 hockey. Preckle fires wide. Rebound also cleared. In the final 20 seconds of the man advantage.
Preckle got a lot on that one, but missed the net. Interesting, ASU gets a very long 5-on-3, and it's the first power play that they fail to score on tonight.
Murphy with speed, bursts through the far side, about to clear another one, he loses it. Going a little too fast to keep up with the puck. Burkemper tips it, full strength hockey in Oceanside. Cuts back towards center, wants some room in the dirty area, doesn't find it. That one trying to throw off the back of Amp as he's late to get on. Burkemper now tangles up with the defenseman Kuntz. Has a bit of a brawl behind the net. Now 6 players involved. You see Newmeyer and Darius Cole staying clear. Well, maybe the one on the action. And this one's, geez.
Everybody getting involved here.
Both benches, half of them standing up. Murphy on a headlock. Now still flaring back up. There's only 2 referees to break. Well, there were 2, as one was already on the ice. And this one could be insane to sort out. Rivard still pushing. Paratalo. This might be 4 penalties. No, maybe they won't. They're just going to give it to Murphy. I don't know, coincidentals, Murphy and Gutierrez, I believe that is. So those are the 2 that Murphy had in a headlock. So 11:36 to go in the game.
Burkemper going to go as well. We'll see how they sort out the minutes here. Danny McAuliffe skating over. I don't think he's very happy that his team may be shorthanded, but the linesman now coming to Williston. It looks like he's going to escort somebody else to the box as well.
Hey, 4 guys called that one.
Probably could have put all 10 of them in there, to be honest.
Tom Sick going as well.
Here are the penalties.
Must be a mouthful to go through.
ASU number 13, Sean Murphy. 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Number 21, Chris Burkemper. A double minor, 4 minutes for roughing. On Williston State, number 8, Henry Gutierrez. 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. And number 21, Parker Tomzak, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of all penalties, 11:37.
So a 2 and a 10 for Murphy and the guy he was wrestling with. It sounds like ASU going to be shorthanded. McGinty got a double minor, and the one that he got the coincidental with only got 2 minutes.
A double minor, 4 minutes for roughing.
Or excuse me, Burkemper, not McGinty.
Number 8, Gutierrez, 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
So Gutierrez and Murphy get a 2 and a 10. Surprised that you're not just going to have them escorted to the locker rooms, because that would be longer than what remains in this game.
Good point. Well, maybe they realize that now. Referee's still hanging around the center ice.
Or either that or they're not very good at math.
They have asked for one more from ASU to go into the bench to serve for that double minor.
It'll be Liam Norris. You always like to put a little bit of offense in the penalty box when you get the double minor. Somebody that's not going to be on the penalty kill, but if they can start a breakout when they get out, you get that opportunity.
Especially with Delinsky and Mack. They put them on the ice. D'Elia frees it immediately. Only 4 seconds tick off. Udez on the draw. One, however, by Milliken. Wound up. Slap shot rebound in front of D'Elia. Is able to get some help from Newmeyer. Active sticks in front. Spoonmore was right there. 5-on-4 advantage for Williston State for the next minute 40. That pass was broken up but held in by Zern. He's going to wrap it around. Behind the cage with it is Spoonmore. Now Zern. Quick tip pass, but intercepted by Udez. Great job.
Yeah, really a good job by Udez. ASU is a 4-0 lead. Delinsky got back right there. And Udez, before that, the shot that did get through the D'Elia, dove head first to try and block the shot with the 4-0 lead. That's dedication that you don't see from many players.
Now one pass behind his man. Holstrom goes to the boards. Try to win it. No forecheck needed for Williston State. Wichar gets it back, fires. That one deflects off Levas. D'Elia dives back because they lost it. They get a whistle at the end. I think they just signaled a penalty against Logan Milliken for running into Joe D'Elia. That could negate, and it will, their power play opportunity.
D'Elia's taken a beating in this game. He made a good save right there, though, is stopped and fought off the original deflection, and then was able to keep it out and draw a power play.
I didn't see the call. I just saw him point to the box.
You have to assume goaltender interference the way he was tangled up with D'Elia.
2 minutes for interference. Milliken 2 for interference.
We're just going to go with
same difference.
26 remaining.
Interference.
Milliken 2 for interference at 10:26.
Holstrom's going to take it. 4-on-4 hockey in Oceanside for the next 40 seconds or so. Good move by Holstrom. Delinsky on the side trying to help him out. Holstrom, yikes, just
toying with the defender.
He's doing his workouts tonight. Getting some cardio in. Delinsky's going to chase it down. Gets it to himself, but a late stick comes in from Wichar to keep that one defensive end. Now they're able to clear. Good patience by the Tetons. Delinsky relentless. And now he ups the forecheck.
The speed of ASU is just dominating these Teton defenders. Williston State can't get it out of their own zone. Delinsky exhausted as he heads back to the bench.
Right out of the box. There's the offense you're mentioning, Lukowski. Norris takes it out of the box. A 5-on-4 man advantage now for ASU. Still 55 seconds for them. And this one's going to be cleared towards D'Elia as he'll have to block it.
Powers barking out that McGinty will be the center on this one. It's a mosh posh power play unit out there for ASU.
McGinty, Cummings, and Ostertag. Very unusual. Levas going to skate it deep. Gets a big body come in from Jarrett Stark. Nice hit on the hip check as goes off the chest of McGinty. Keeps this one in, give him an assist to Levas. Now turning around the other way. Michael Cummings over for Preckle. He's at center. Tries to find a passing lane to McGinty, but it wasn't there as he got tangled up as well. Coming back as Ostertag to help out Preckle. A chance for Stark. He gets roughed off the puck. Final 5 seconds of the man advantage. A delayed penalty. This one, I think, against Preckle.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got more than one right there as he gave him an extra shove to the back. He broke his stick in the process. 8:30 to go. Things getting a little chippy now in Oceanside Ice Arena.
Cross-check the call to Preckle. Shot 3 guys in the box there, too, for ASU. Scott's going to go over and give another check. Another stick, excuse me. So there's now been
a lot.
8 penalties since the 15-minute mark of this period. Yikes.
Williston will get a power play here.
D'Elia plays it behind his own net. Tries to feed it out by himself. That one's knocked down. Now Zern's going to send it along the boards. Hoban meets his man in the corner. Spoonmore working with it. Now goes back far side. Ritchie harassing him, as that was Trevor Hunt looking for the backdoor look. Hunt had his lane blocked. Williston State caught against the side, and that's where they're going to stay, as here comes Sean Murphy. His pass blocked by Kuntz. Great job. Sun Devils somehow win it back. I don't know how, as Ritchie and Scott working with it in the offensive zone. The Sun Devils shorthanded right now. They love to turn on the offense.
Great job by Sean Ritchie right there. A one-man show shorthanded.
Free of admission, though, for the fans to watch his spectacular. Back over for Witchar, but he has a hobble off his stick, so they regroup around center. Too fancy was Michael Behrens. And cleared by Blumgren. Still 25 seconds on the power play for Williston. WSC in jeopardy of falling to 500 on the season. Dolinsky loses an edge. He goes towards the bench of Williston State. See Dario Torres digging at it with Holstrom. Goes back towards Amp. The final 5 seconds now.
ASU is back at full strength.
Holstrom has a backhand right out the chest of Amp.
Might have caught him in the mask. Good job by Holstrom. Not much space between him and the goalie there to get that one up, and he elevated it pretty high as he tried to go top shelf.
Speaking of mask, Drew Newmeyer turned into Pez dispenser on that one. Got the puck up underneath his face mask. Jolted that one out.
Smile from Newmeyer as he heads back to the bench. 6:01 to go, 4-0. Arizona State.
Ostertag loses the bat over to Gautier. Ritchie out of the zone. Rivard will dump in near side. Holstrom chased down with Carson Kuntz. McGinty wants it, might get on the backhand. Rivard touch it. First a shot, Ostertag held on by Amp. Quick wrist shot there at the face-off circle. 5:35. McGinty on the draw. A little bit of wait whistle talking things out.
Rivard taking a few hits right there. One from behind. Rivard down, and Sean Ritchie going right at the player from Williston State. Rivard still down, I believe. And
the gloves came off there. There's the first dance of the season. McGinty getting down and dirty. Another one, Ritchie there. McGinty pulls his man around, wants to take some hacks. 2 referees to pull him off. It's Kuntz and Ritchie on the far side corner. They're still pushing and shoving. No gloves are off, though, there. Now Ostertag will jump in to break it up. McGinty still chirping back at the team. You see his helmet and 2 gloves off. I think he's mad that, that Kuntz never dropped his gloves on that one. Well, McGinty's just going to be done for the night, obviously, after the rough.
Well, that could be a tough loss for tomorrow if he ends up getting
they may think
the
he just
suspension.
I don't know if they're going to give him a 2-minute and then a 5-minute fighting.
Well, it would have to be 2 and 10.
Oh, straighten this one out. Geez, so many penalties in this one. So we'll straighten this out. You see Dolinsky over there. Well, now you see Dolinsky over there with the referees. Nice to have our second camera back. I'm not sure what they're going to give McGinty here. It's at 5:30. Oh, if it's a game misconduct and an ejection. Murphy didn't get that, and neither did Gutierrez. They can come back tomorrow. If it's against McGinty, he'll have to sit tomorrow's game. However, if you are going to get a fight, you got to do it in this game rather than doing it on Saturday. Have that one linger all the way into a Monday game against Iowa State.
The only problem I see with that is they're so short-handed as it is tonight that it'll be tough to replace McGinty in the lineup as well.
Well, that's where I'm going to actually speak differently and say Chris Blessing, Corey Chisholm, Dave Jancy. Jeez, who else? Cooney, Holstrom as an extra, all could step in too and play, just eager and waiting.
5:29 to go as we await these penalty calls. 4-0 ASU. Putting goaltending coach Jeff Tecca to work here. Don't want to say what we put him to work about, but coming up with some numbers on the season for both the Sun Devils and Joe D'Elia when it comes to the goaltender's play so far.
Hold on, it's going to be crazy here as they're going to announce the penalties.
20, Ryan McGinty, a DQ for Friday. Number 6 on Williston State, Kyle Kuntz, a DQ for Friday and a 5-minute major for elbowing. ASU penalty, number 27, Sean Ritchie, a double minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Williston State, number...
So the DQ will go to both players, which means McGinty won't be eligible to play tomorrow night.
Kuntz, I think they're both Kuntzes.
Here's a recap. On ASU, number 20, McGinty,
yeah, we need a recap on this one.
for fighting. And Williston State, number 6, Kyle Kuntz, a DQ for fighting and a 5-minute major.
Kyle Kuntz out today and tomorrow, as well as McGinty, Ritchie, and the other Kuntz will be gone for just the remainder of today's game.
Well, virtually, at least 4. Oh, that's right, 10 minutes game is con. Excuse me.
Correction. It is number 3 for the DQ fighting plus 5 minutes for elbowing. Number 6.
So, because of the two
it's Carson Kuntz.
It's Carson
little
Kuntz.
change. Carson Kuntz is out of here. McGinty's out of here for today and tomorrow. Kyle Kuntz will be back tomorrow, as will Sean Ritchie for Arizona State.
Coach Powers immediately bringing his team back, too.
And we're going to remain, it looks like, well.
This is insane.
ASU apparently going to go on the power play for 5 minutes. At least that's what they have up.
It's because of the 5-minute fighting.
I believe it's the elbowing
that
got the power play. Yeah, the fightings were obviously evened out.
So 5-minute major for elbowing. The 2 DQs
either
cross
way
out. Ritchie's 4-minute roughing, Kuntz's 4-minute roughing, and both their 10-minute game misconducts. cancel.
An eventful third period here. If we had an extra person, it'd be interesting to add up the amount of penalty minutes just in this third period alone that have been handed out. 4 different 10-minute misconducts, a couple of game misconducts, 2 5-minute majors, or 3 5-minute majors. Preckle for Livas, fanning on that.
Going back the other way now is Williston. As Cole, no place for him to skate though. Preckle cuts back. Trying to get to the assistant captain, Daniel McAuliffe, on that near side with him. They'll just trade places. Now Norris over there in the spider web. Norris pushed from behind, holds on. Works in the corner. Here comes McAuliffe. Side of the circle. Nobody. Well, the one man in front is Dolinsky, but he's completely tangled up. Good defense by Cole Sonstabo. That's going to be a penalty against Daniel McAuliffe, as he's going to get another 2-minute call on a roughing.
So that'll end the Sun Devil power play, at least for the time being. They'll end up getting one back. Will be 4-on-4 for approximately 2 minutes. I believe, though, McAuliffe will come out of the box if Williston State scores. Kyle Kuntz will remain in the box for 3:45.
The one thing I won't do is say what the power plays totals are tonight.
Well,
this would be crazy.
ASU started out 2 for 2. They were 2 for 5 entering that one. I don't believe that power play is officially over yet, because they will get another opportunity on the major.
That's true.
When McAuliffe gets back out there.
Holstrom.
I could have just called Matt Seaman, our cameraman, for elbowing, as he had a whip around right there and came up high on me.
Don't send the camera guy to the box, then we'll be in trouble.
I must say, Ryan Hess never threw any elbows when he was on the camera when we were working side by side.
Holstrom wants to pass to Burkember. He gets smashed against the boards. Berkey with it. Looks to cut back. It's going to go off the glass from Milliken. Held in at the blue line by Newmeyer. Blumgren will get off for a change in favor of Livas. Shot goes wide from Peratalo. Back in chance now for Williston State. That shot was blocked by Newmeyer. Towards the high ankle of him. Another shot. That one deflects up and out of play. So 3-minute marks just passed. So Allison Cummings telling us 60 penalty minutes in this period alone.
It's a lot.
Jeez.
The whole game's worth.
Actually, I wonder if she even factored in the disqualifications.
So at least 60 penalty minutes in this third period alone.
We'll find out. Livas with it as he cycles around his own net. Pass goes to Ostertag as he avoids the hit. Now he's going to chase it down. Caught against the sides. Hoban there. Ostertag somehow holds on. Now batted out. Good job avoiding it. Referee helps as well. And we get a penalty.
It's going to be interference on Ostertag right there. It's a good penalty to take because...
Interference on the linesman too?
Yeah, he was in there as well, but otherwise it would have been a breakaway right there. Only going to be a 5-second power play now, as McAuliffe will get out of the box, and will be 4-on-4 for just about the remainder of this game. About 30 seconds. We'll have 11 seconds of power play time and then 18 seconds strength of even play time. The 11 seconds of power play time will go to Williston State as that shot gets blocked. Oh, McAuliffe.
Trying to come step in. Oh, big hit at center ice on Udez. That one's going to hurt. He's very slow to get up. Taking a hammer on him with Spencer Peratalo. Jeez, the net came off of D'Elia, though. They still haven't seen it. And he'll put it on himself as Dolinsky shoots one on.
Williston State just taking some runs now as ASU well on their way to another victory.
So correction now, it was now at 72 minutes of penalties in the third, plus disqualifications, which are both 5:29. So that's going to put it to, we'll basically call it 5:30 to go in the game to make it an even 11. That's 80.
Some odd penalty minutes. I don't know if our major's math, Nick. Let's just go with somewhere around 80.
Final minute of play. This game's going to end basically, well, end full strength, but basically 4-4. Two Williston State players collide into each other as some Sun Devil fans begin to chuckle from the sides. Gaultier ran into the Sonstabo.
Great move by Brett Preckle right there. He felt the hit coming from two different ways, and he was able to avoid it. A late hit thrown as Williston still getting every lance ounce of anger out that they can here before this one ends.
Williston State dumps in. Paratalo, they're going to get it far side. Now back to full strength. I don't even know what the special teams are. We have there 2 for 6, ASU 0 for 6 for Williston State. It's probably about right. Final seconds will tick off. Sun Devils will improve to 18-0 with the win tonight. Joe D'Elia with another shutout this season. That's going to be his second. He had 3 last year, 2 more this year. His upperclassman year's already paying off. We aren't even halfway done.
The team's 5th on the season, 8th of D'Elia's ACHA career, and a very vocal ASU bench here is a lot of hooting and hollering at Williston State, who came out vocal in this one in warm-ups. They take the loss, ASU, with another win.
Then both teams are back on the ice tomorrow night. D2 against BYU at 4, and D1 against Williston State at 7:30. See you tomorrow, or see you now.
The teams don't shake hands there. It was normally done after every game, so interesting. But Joe,
I think the referee's decision there.
Some words for the coaches. Greg Powers, another puck, another win. Arizona State improves to 18-0. And with victories over Williston, who defeated Minot earlier this year, and over number 1 Minot State, you have to think the Sun Devils the favorites to eventually become number 1 in the nation. The goals for ASU: Ostertag, Newmeyer, Murphy, and Norris. Dolinsky, Newmeyer, and Murphy each had 2 points in this game. A shorthanded Sun Devil team, and they're able to get the job done.
Shorthanded. Let's see some words from Coach Powers and the craziness that just happened in the third. Casey, what you got?
Coach, late in the third, you guys are up 4 goals. What's going through your mind as you watch guy after guy just get into it with this Williston State team? And combined, they racked up 60 minutes of penalty time in that third period.
Yeah, I don't know. They're chippy, and you know, they don't like to lose, obviously, and they you know, whatever. It's hockey.
Now, we saw a lot tonight from the penalty kill unit as well as the power play. Did you like what you saw from your guys?
Yeah, power play was great. Got a couple goals, put us up 2, and then obviously the PK did great. And you know, they were just throwing everything on net, and we were limiting their chances to all the perimeter. And we just have too good a goaltending all the way around. And so if they want to throw shots on that don't prevent or don't create scoring chances, we'll let them do it.
Now, a few weeks ago, you guys had a big game, 2 big games against Delaware, followed by an NAU game. This weekend, a big game against Minot, followed by 2 Williston State games. Was there any purpose behind that schedule planning, or is that just how it happened to be?
No, it's just kind of how it panned out. It was weird. Yeah, it just was whatever. Yeah.
Anything you want to work on before tomorrow night?
Just, you know, discipline, staying out of the box. These guys are going to come back hard. They didn't bust all the way down here to get swept, and They have a lot of pride, so we're going to get their best effort, and we're going to need our own. So we're just ready to get the third win of the weekend. And is this some Nick Lacowski doing the game tonight?
He is, yes, sir.
That's unbelievable. How did we get graced with his presence? Let me ask you that.
He'll be doing interviews tomorrow.
Wow. Isn't he on like SNY now or something?
Yeah, he is up in the big leagues.
Unbelievable. What do we do to deserve this honor?
Not quite sure. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Oh, there's a little Lacowski reference from Coach. That wasn't even planned. Look at you getting some love down there.
It's good to be back, and it's great to see this Sun Devil team. Coach Powers has them rolling on all cylinders. Nick, a great team victory. Everything Powers talked about from the beginning. I can't believe it's been 6 years since I got here. I feel like quite the old man, but it's amazing to see how far the team has come, and they're on their way to being #1 in the country again.
Well, that's a very good point. On top of that, you mentioned Powers. You heard him just say they didn't take that bus ride for nothing. So, Nick, in our brief post-game report up here, what's going to take with Williston State? Now we're going to have an interesting see if Heckle, Young, or Temby return tomorrow. McGinty 100% out. So that's going to be 2 forward, 2 defensemen out. This is where the depth's going to have to step up. The freshmen need to step up. They did. They scored the first 3 goals of the game for ASU. How is that trend going to keep going on Saturday night?
I think the Sun Devils need to come out the same way they did tonight. That top line, Norris, Delinsky, McAuliffe, they led the way. They set the tone early with some good shifts. They created opportunities. And again, as a team, Nick, the team defense has just been incredible. 5 shutouts this year. You said they haven't given up more than 2 goals a game. That's, I mean, literally incredible numbers from this Sun Devil team. And they did it again. A great game from Joe D'Elia. He faced a few opportunities, gave up 1 or 2 bad rebounds, but you can't ask for a more picture-perfect game as a whole than this Sun Devil team provided.
Well, we've always said Robert Levin and Joe D'Elia, the best combo in the ACHA, possibly going to take over that #1 spot of Minot State with 1 more victory tomorrow. They're going to have a very good chance to do that. But, Nick, it's been a great time having you back on the call with us. As it's almost like David Beckham, we got to borrow you with the 1-day contract, but I guess it's going to be back to the leagues pretty soon. We'll have you on interviews tomorrow and place the KCFA, but that'll do it for our broadcast, at least with us 2 up here in the booth. Sun Devils win 4-0. On behalf of WCSN, Matt Seaman on camera, Bailey Clark on camera, KCFA technical production, and double duty with interviews, Ryan Hess production, our intermission reports
God,
with
I don't know
Allison
how you
Cummings
remember all this. I
and
don't
Josh
remember 3
Franz.
people's names from back when I was in charge.
We have a whole group up here now. It's all new and evolved once we switch from WCHBO to WCSN. But stay tuned for that report after this. Nick Lacowski, myself, Nick Merrick signing off, and wish you guys a great night.
I think my love of football just comes from the brotherhood that comes along with football, the competitiveness of it. It was a way to get away from reality, I guess, for me. I joined the military right out of high school. I was 18. Me and my best friend and one of my other teammates in high school, we all decided that we were going to join the Marine Corps together. My family has a tradition of military service, so I just felt like it was my time to serve. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, California, Gulf Battery 211, and I was maybe there less than 6 months, and I had already been deployed to Fallujah, Iraq. My first deployment, we went in as infantry unit, and my second deployment, half of us did convoy security for EOD, which is the bomb squad, and the other half shot artillery. I think it did change me as a person. I mean, I think it changes everybody, you know. I matured as a man, and I learned a lot about myself and who I am. And it really made being able to play football and go to school that much more important. When we got back, I ended up playing at COD Junior College in Palm Springs, California. And I played there 1 season, and I got a call from Arizona State offering me a scholarship. It was probably one of the greatest moments of my life, you know. Just being able to get that scholarship was kind of gratification of all my hard work. Pat Tillman, Jeremy Stott. The military tradition here in Arizona State, you know, that's one big reason why I chose to come to ASU. It was just because of how embracing the community was towards veterans. Oh man, having a scholarship means everything. I mean, education is expensive, and not everybody gets to come to a big university like ASU. Just being able to come here and play football, get their school paid for something you love to do is amazing, you know.
Salute our troops with Sun Devil football. Tickets on sale now. Visit thesundevils.com.
Gentlemen, it's time. You've worked very, very hard to get to this moment, and it is now time to show who we are. We are not Tucson. This is Tempe, Arizona. Sun Devils football, gentlemen. The Pac-12, brother. It's time for us to put it on the line and get out there and show them how to tailgate for Sun Devil football. Yeah! Go Devils! Woo! Woo-hoo!
How do we rise to the challenges before us? Arizona State University.
Welcome to the post-game report alongside Allison Cummings. I'm Josh Franz here at Oceanside Arena. The Arizona State Sun Devils just defeated Williston State by a score of 4-0, tacking on one more in that third period. But Allie, what more than that caught your eye in the third period?
Well, let me think really hard about that one. Oh, the penalty minutes. 98 total minutes for that whole entire game, Josh. I'm a little bit bummed out it wasn't 100. You know, at that rate, why not make it 100?
A nice round figure.
But that got really physical there. Maybe this will carry on to tomorrow. I'm not sure. I was paying more attention to the fighting than I was the actual game. I feel like the game got lost and they got so caught up in fighting each other. I don't even think it was hockey that third period. It was, I don't know, boxing?
Yeah, it was a bunch of brawling in that third period. The game was pretty much in hand. Sun Devils well in control, but then fight after fight, penalty after penalty. These two teams didn't shake hands after the game. There's obviously going to be some layover to tomorrow's action, so we'll see how these two teams react. But how is ASU able to pull out this victory?
ASU pulled out the victory just playing the skilled game they know how to play. They were passing well, shooting the puck, and their skill ultimately, I feel, frustrated Williston State. Could they have stayed in it? I think so. It was the 2 power plays they gave up was really what buried them. You don't want to give Arizona State the power play opportunity. I think Williston State is good enough to contend with Arizona State, but getting behind in Arizona State, getting that momentum up on them really was what killed them.
So now we look forward to tomorrow. Is Williston State able to keep it close and make it a game, or is ASU able to blow them out?
It's all going to depend, again, on the physicality. Williston State cannot capitalize on physicality. You know, Brian McGinty got DQ'd. He's a huge element in the power play, so that's going to be good for them. But even still, they don't want to give Arizona State the chance for a power play, and they want to play the skilled game they know how to play because, again, they beat Minot State. They didn't do that playing like they did tonight.
Right. Remember that each player that got DQ'd for fighting tonight will be suspended for one game that happens tomorrow against Williston State. So 2 players, 1 for each team, will not be playing in tomorrow's game. Yeah. But we'll see how that has an effect. Anything else you want to say about tomorrow, Allie?
Well, let's see if it's a hockey game or a boxing game. I don't really know, but I love physicality, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love to watch it, but I don't want it to get sloppy either. I want to see a good game here tomorrow.
We all do a nice, clean game here at Oceanside Arena. We'll see what happens tomorrow night against Williston. For Allison Cummings, I'm Josh Franz. You've been watching a WCSN production of ASU Hockey. We'll see you tomorrow night.